Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Episode 19. Let's go. So, unfortunately, the guest is not going to be on with us. A little bit of a time zone mix up there. Turns out that we are the same time zone right now. So, um, he's currently at his kid's game. And then he has two, so they're almost back to back. The other game will start in like 15 minutes. So, he said maybe 11:30, but then if I'm still on, would already be like an hour and a half in. Stop looking, dude. So, unfortunately, we will have to save that for another time, and that's okay. But we're here, and we are going to just hang out, have some fun, like always, right? But appreciate you guys. What's up, Ray? Oh goodness, you said that thing in Chad's live stream yesterday. That was funny watching him trying to pronounce that. That was hilarious. Yeah, nobody does come early, bro. Nobody cares. Unless there's free shit, right? So, found this at the gas station yesterday, and I don't particularly support Starbucks or care to support Starbucks or buy Starbucks, but since we always try something different here or a different flavor or whatever, figured why not for the live stream? We'll do it. This one's blueberry lemonade, and it is sugar free as well. So, Starbucks iced energy is what they're calling it. So, figured why not? Like I said, I don't support Starbucks very often, if at all, but since we like to try different things here, figured why not try it for the live stream, right? And it was zero sugar, so that why not? Even better, right? What's going on, Liam? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. Glad to see you here, man. Hope you've been well. Still riding bikes? It does smell like lemonade. A little bit of blueberry. Not bad. I think it's a little heavy on the blueberry, but not enough lemonade. But we'll see how it develops. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't think I'd ever get them again, just because, like I said, I don't really like support Starbucks, but it is what it is. Not too bad. It's all right. It's all right. Oh God, again? Dang, bro. Well, hopefully you're all right, man. Crashing's never fun, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Same bike or different one? That's wild. Liam stays crashing. Change your name to Crashing Liam. I remember what was it last time? Like through COVID when we all went live like crazy times. 5 men came into the live that time, and it was like, yeah, your hand right, it's all messed up. Oh dang, dude, it was a new one. Ooh, dude, that's horrible. That's even worse. Was the other bike salvageable? I don't remember. No, you still got that S10 pickup. We were working on that for a while. We'll see if they make it in here, but if they don't, we'll shout out to Replay Crew, Mark and Ami. Shout out to you guys. You guys are my Replay crew. You guys are awesome. Ooh. Both totaled, and then oh man, that sucks, man. Yeah, and if they can't ride down the road straight anymore, it's definitely even more dangerous to ride it like that. So, what's going on, Beanie? I'm going to turn into the bearded snooze fest, right? Is that it? We're just chilling, man. The shit that I get into. I don't get into anything. This week was just really chill. Despite some retards, but despite some people that upset me because they were being ridiculous. Bad week. All right. Felt kind of long. I know Wednesday I was like, dude, yeah, we're halfway through, and then Thursday I was just like, oh, it's Thursday, and it felt long, but except for that, it wasn't too bad. Get for blowing up on everybody, so that was a good thing, right? Dude, so Kayla's friend getting rid of like this little 30-inch TV. She's like, you can use it as a monitor. Like, oh, that's a good idea. So I ended up putting that in yesterday. plugging in, and yeah, a lot bigger than the one from work. But I got to store the one from work because once I don't work anymore, I have to give it back. I did, Nick. I did. Our sponsor for this week's stream is Valhalla Heathen Club. You guys got to check them out. They are linked in the description as well. Go make sure you follow them on Instagram. They're linked down there in that description. So you guys can go give them a follow. They got some cool stuff that's going to happen. So can't wait to see that. I'm currently looking for a way to get some shirts. So keep an eye out on that. It's going to be good. What's going on, middle guy? Hi, what's up, brother? What's going on, man? What are you up to this weekend? What is everybody up to this weekend? We're going to go to Top Golf later. So that should be fun. Our oldest just turned 18 today. So happy birthday, Destiny. It's insane. I told her I can't believe you've grown up already. That you don't need me to save you from bees and spiders anymore. It's like, no, you still can. I can remember when she's a little girl. She's always definitely scared of bees. She's like, there's a bee. Dad come to the rescue kind of thing. So yeah, we're going to Top Golf to celebrate. She want to go Top Golf, so I think we're gonna go at night. She thinks it'd probably be more fun. I agree. Down with watching March Madness. Nice. Say what's up to Quinn for me. Shout out to Quinn, my little buddy. Yeah, excited to actually turn that thing on Monday and see how much bigger everything is, and I'll be able to see everybody's profiles. I should probably even be able to open up a couple different windows, drag them, and put them different, so I don't have to keep tabbing through them anymore. That'd be kind of cool. Top Golf is fun. I've never been. So pretty excited. But I mean, I don't golf. My hand-eye coordination is not the best, so I won't be pulling any Happy Gilmores. I mean, I might try, but it's just gonna end up in utter failure. But it's cool. It's right by the Santan Valley Mall, I believe, next door. So I think maybe we'll just grab some food from one of the restaurants over there, and maybe I'll stop and grab a pair of new shoes that I'm wanting, because I'm not trying to order them online, because then you don't have your product. You have to wait. Which I already do that with beard stuff as is. But if they don't fit right, then I'll have to return them, and that means I have to mail them back. It just takes longer. So maybe I'll just drop by one of the stores nearby there that I like, and bam. What's going on, please? All right. Q-Man says, what's up, back? Yeah, buddy. Quinn, this sunshine's been stuck in my head, bud, since you sang that. It's been stuck in my head. Yeah, aside from that, we ain't got very much going on. Hopefully by next weekend, I guess I'd say maybe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe after next week it's live stream. Hopefully the TL will be at least drivable again. Finally get some tires on the back. I'm gonna do another coolant flushing again. What's going on, Santon? And then an oil change, which from what I've read online, there is no oil pan gasket for the TL. They just use this gasket maker stuff from Honda called Honda Pond. So I don't know. It's leaking, but I might just leave it for another time, because everywhere I've looked, even on the forums, anytime anyone's reached out to the dealership, they say there isn't one, and it's just Honda Bond. So that'll be, I guess, something I may just say, because it's not bad, but I don't know. It bugs me, something I got to take care of. But to do it, you got to remove part of the exhaust. It's covering it. So I don't know. My neighbor will hook it up and hang out and do it, but I don't know. I might say it for a time. But I got some new fluids, some oil, right? Some coolant. So I'll be doing another coolant flush. So last time I have the blue stuff, so I used the green. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's It's not overheating. It's not even up to half, but usually it runs a lot cooler. So I don't know. Maybe it's just that. I don't know. But yep, some tires on the back. Get all those fluids switched out, and then I'll have to break the wheel locks off because the mechanic never gave me back my wheel lock key. Then he brought me one. And it was the same. And yeah, I just got to order the wheel bearing. I might just order both on the hub. I think it may just be easier. And then have my buddy, neighbor James, check both of them out at the same time. And I'll take care of like the stud that needs to be replaced on your end on one of them. What's going on, Frankie? Afternoon, buddy. So pretty excited. I haven't driven her in like a few years. It's before we moved. So pretty excited to be able to do that and start getting back into that. I just been watching like a lot of car reels, and I'm like, man, I miss having that fun, that time where you can just cruise and bump. So definitely good. Be a good thing. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. Just kind of trying to get all that together, and done. Just got to get a new windshield, which it's got to use the glass coverage on the insurance to do it. So at least that'll be done in the next couple weeks or whatever. And yeah, probably no more flat tires. Probably I did want some new wheels, but not really in the budget. So for now, we'll just continue using the ones that are on there. I'm not too big on chrome, and they weigh a lot more, so I'd rather go with something a lot lighter, a little nicer looking. But for now, it is what it is. I'll just be happy that I can, drive down the road again, especially once I replace those wheel bearings. At least that one side needs to be replaced, but yeah. Yeah. This guy right here, man, he's hustling to make it happen. He's putting in that work, that's for sure. I mean, I look up to Nick, man. He's really just so much growth in like the last couple years. It's insane. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna make it come true. Gonna move to Michigan. I'm like, all right. Very cool. Oh, Nick, did you see it? The blueberry lemonade from Starbucks. Iced energy is what they're calling their energy drink. 0 sugar. Not bad. A little more blueberry than lemonade, I feel like, but it's not bad. I agree, Santa Tom. I agree. It's just really cool to be able to watch somebody grow, and not just personal growth, but all aspects of their life, and really just be positive and be a good influence on you, and encourage you to do the same. So yeah, shout out to Nick, man. He's doing it. He's definitely a good role model, that's for sure. Yeah, aside from Top Golf, I don't know. We might end up at Dave & Buster's. I don't know. But then I go there and I spend way too much money. And Cosmo ends up being Mr. Potty Shy, so it's one of those things where like he holds it until we get home. It's like, man, don't do that, bud. My wife got him to go. We had last time, so I was like, what? That's wild. Like, he never does. I mean, we're out for a while, but still, so that was kind of cool. Oh my God, Ty, I thought your comment said something else, dude. So I'm approaching the 2,000 follows on Instagram. Just a few away. So pretty exciting. Took me a minute to get there, but slow build, but yeah, pretty excited. Went to a gas station last night. Went overboard on the snacks. I did pick this up, which is something I've been wanting to try, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if any of y'all have tried this, like the little mashup that they've done. So you got mango and jalapeno. Well, I feel like they should have done mango jalapeno. Not for you, buddy. You don't get no beef jerky. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Muffin time? All right, bud. Go lie down, dude. Stop. No, you don't get meds and you don't get beef jerky, bro. No, none of that. It's not beard oils. I'm showing beef jerky. Don't worry, buddy. We'll get you some from the store without any added stuff to it. Yeah, we got that like now Almac pet store, whatever you want to call it. And they got everything you can think of as far as like snacks, like pig ears, duck feet, and salmon skin or whatever. Like, yeah, they got a bunch of cool stuff. I usually get them some of that stuff. I don't really like to give them any like preserved added stuff. I did find some like banana too. Oh, it was just banana and coconut oil. That's it. So, kind of weirded out at first. I was like, it's kind of crunchy. So that was really cool to get something different, you know. There you go, right there. And that had such a huge turnaround and such you know, big personal and you know, life growth. It's been really cool to be able to see how you've come from like such a dark place to like where you're at now. You know, you're like light years away from where you were, and on the cusp of like, you know, accomplishing that goal that you've been wanting to accomplish for a long time, which is moving to Michigan. So being able to see that and that growth and that dedication, that motivation that you were, you know, showing, and you know how hard you're working to like make it happen, and you know making all the right moves. You know, it's motivating, it's inspiring, and it just goes to show like if you really set your mind to something you really want, you'll do it. You know, it's going to take time, and you know nothing worth it's going to be easy or quick. And I think a lot of time we all forget that. That discourages us, and then we give up. Um, you know, I'm sure you guys could go on. You know, you guys all watch reels and stuff, and every once in a while you come across that Kevin Hart one. Like, there's nothing that comes from quitting except knowing that you didn't finish. So, you know, something we all have to remember. If I quit now, the one thing that I'm certain of is that I didn't finish and I didn't accomplish anything. Because even if you fail, you're still succeeding, right? You're still learning a lesson. You're still learning from that experience, so that you can come back, do it again, and do it better the next time. So, you know, like basically, you know, like you said, you went from that to where you're at now, going from like that to, if doing that right, nothing else comes from that except knowing that you didn't finish your book, right? You ended that chapter, and the book didn't finish, and your family's left missing you. So, like I said, light years away from it, man. It was so cool, man, when you came out and we met and hung out, and you know, just kicked back and you know, shared our families with each other and whatnot. Really, really cool. It was great to finally be able to like, yeah, finally met Nick. We've been talking about it for like ever, and so it was a really good time, and it was definitely it was awesome to see like our families interacting with each other and getting along, and just everyone having a good time. I'm just like, all right, cool. But then everybody's like sad, and my wife's like, man, I wish they didn't move to Michigan. Finally, like find like, you know, someone cool to hang out with. I'm like, I know, but I said we always can go out to Michigan and visit. I was like, we can do it through winter since you want to be in the snow. So, yeah, it was definitely a really good time. There's that lemonade shining through. There we go. Finally. Hydrate and energize with a feel good boost. Oh, it's got hydration in it too. That's cool. See, this is 160 milligrams. It says plant-based caffeine, but isn't it's in mental clarity. I'm always like weird getting those because sometimes they taste like plants, and I'm not sitting here to like taste plants while I'm like live streaming or just even hanging out or at work. Those Olipop sodas just taste like plants. It's horrible. And I got him to like try to like, oh, let's try it out and see, right? And it just tasted gross. Sour black cherry ghost. Let's go. Heck yeah. That's one of my favorite ones actually. Is the black cherry ghost. I ended up getting a couple of the Bang purple haze ones. That's one of my favorite ones. Well, I feel like they're overly sweet, the Bang ones. And then I think my son got strawberry delight or something like that. Right? It's not one of my favorites, but it's not bad. And I tried the vanilla power core protein shake and the orange cream ghost. It wasn't bad, but you have to keep stirring it because if not, it separates and it's just weird. So you have to keep stirring it. I think I'm gonna get one of those little frosted things and that'll help stir it. Maybe do a couple of other different mashups of it. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, just chilling. What is everybody else doing for the weekend? Ty said he's watching March Madness and hanging out with his family. Ray, you're probably ordering way too much product, right? Ray's trying to lose his house by ordering. I'm just kidding. Making breakfast burritos and then carnitas later on. Ooh, bro. When you come down again, I'll grab some asada. We'll do carne asada tacos, dude. Yeah, carnitas in a minute. You ever tried the green pozole versus the red one? The green one's so good. My mom made us a big old pot full when she came down, like probably like a year ago now when that happened. But yeah, she left us with like a big old pot of it, and man, we were eating that for a week straight. But it was so good, like we didn't mind. We're like, this is definitely like one of those you got to do on repeat, like every so often. It's really good. Getting a bagel and have breakfast. Getting a bagel? What kind of bagel? What is it? What do they call it out there? Sausage, chicken, cheese, or whatever. Or what is it? Taylor ham or pork roll? That's cool though. Bagels are good. Bagels are life, I guess. If you have to sort of pastry type thing for bread, whatever for breakfast. I don't really have them too often, and I haven't ate yet. So I had some chocolate covered pretzels last night too. Oh man, those things were amazing, dude. They were hitting. Hadn't had them in a while. My daughter got the chocolate ones, so I was like, oh, you know what? This sounds good. So I got the white chocolate ones. They're delicious. There you go, bacon, egg, and cheese. What kind of bagel do you like, Ray? See, I like a good bacon, egg, and cheese. Or sausage, egg, and cheese. Do you toast yours, or do you do it just like that? Just non-toasted. I've toasted. Of course, you got to be careful that you toast it too much in the roof of your mouth to just shot out. Ooh. You're getting sesame seed with butter. Nice. I don't think I've had a sesame seed one in like forever. It's been a while. I mean, it's been a while since I've had a bagel, but it's been even longer since I've had like a sesame seed with butter. Not bad. They're not bad. I like the plain and then do the jalapeno cream cheese, or you can do the jalapeno and cheese bagel and put jalapeno spread in. That's pretty good too, but sometimes a little too much for you in the morning. One of my favorites, if I go to like a donut place, I don't really like to eat donuts too often. I don't really like donuts. Favorite ones would be when I do donuts as Boston cream filled or glazed, just regular glazed. Maple logs is lately because my daughter's been getting those. I'm like, oh, dude, all right, fine. Just like every once in a while. But usually when I go like to a donut shop or something, everyone gets a donut, I'll go with a ham and cheese croissant. Hands down, one of the best. And you can do the ham and cheese croissant with jalapeno too, and ooh, that hits too. I know some stores will do the jalapeno. I don't know what they are, but they're kind of long. But they have the cream cheese, but they have like whole jalapenos in there, not like cream cheese jalapeno. That's pretty good too. Obviously toasted. If not toasted, you're a psychopath. I guess I'm a psychopath because a lot of the time I'll just pull it from the bag and just slap some cream cheese on it and just go. But I do have them. Twitch, you're speaking my language with the jalapeno cheddar bagel. I'm telling you, dude, those are life. They're so good. They're so good. That's everybody's in my family makes fun of me. Like, you have to have hot sauce with like everything, right? Like every meal or some sort of spicy something. Even in the morning, I'm like, just add some spice to your life. You'll feel better. So yeah, well, do like cheese jalapeno bagel or the other croissants, ham and cheese croissant with jalapeno. Just those are like my go-tos if I go to like a donut shop. I had to get something like that, and everybody else can get their donuts. Although, if we go to Hertz Donut, then yeah, they've got like these gigantic cinnamon rolls, and I'm just like, dang, dude, they're pricey. I mean, but obviously you're getting like cinnamon almost like the size of a cake, so I get it, but I'm like, the whole family could eat out of that thing. We don't even have to get everybody anything else. Just get one of those and split it. Yeah, and even my wife's like, she'll know if she goes to like the donut shop or whatever, get donuts for everybody, she'll end up grabbing like a ham and cheese croissant for me without paying. She's like, here you go. Or she'll grab me like a sausage, egg, and cheese bagel or sausage, egg, and cheese croissant or whatever. And then she'll get everybody else a donut. And she's like, I know you don't like donuts. Like, yeah, no. Boston cream and glazed Dunkin', although Nutella biscuits, Turkey Hill, my go-tos. I still haven't tried the Nutella biscuits, and I saw them at the store the other day, and I didn't grab any, and I should have. Still have yet to try those. So yeah, Boston cream filled and glazed, like the most go-tos for me when I do donuts. Aside from that, and if we like go to like a Mexican store, then I'll get the conchas, which are like round, kind of like round top, right? But then they got like pink, like I don't know, like I guess sugar on top. I guess pink, and you know what I'm saying. And then we got the white ones, the pink ones, we got brown ones. Dog got one of those, and then like there's some other ones, but I don't really know what they're called. One of them's kind of like it's I don't know what it is. They remind me of like, oh, they're kind of flaky, but those are really good too. I don't know really what they're called though. I'll just donut talk making you want a donut now. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. You're gonna go to deep fried heaven, but it's bad for you. Yeah, I don't mess with donuts too often, but now if you showed me a donut that had jalapeno, then I'd be kind of down, dude. Then I'd be like, heck yeah, let's go. You know. Maybe, maybe. Oh, what I did make last night, and I forgot I was gonna text Beanie about it and I forgot. It was hella late, but I took pizza rolls and I put Famous Dave steak and burger seasoning on them, and then at the very end, before they came out of the air fryer, and then I think I added in like an additional minute, or maybe not, but I ended up brushing on some Ray's Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo sauce on there, and then throwing on some Parmesan, some grated or not grated, but some shredded, what do you call it, Parmesan cheese on there. So they were Famous Dave's. What I called them, they were Famous Dave's steak and burger seasoned buffalo Parmesan pizza rolls. They were really good. And the cheese started to get like, nice and crispy on it. So, oh man, they were delicious. Me and my son were just like, oh heck yeah, dude. I was like, I should have just made the rest of that bag, but I was trying to be nice and leaving serving for someone. So I did. He's like, you should have though. I was like, I know. No, I've done pizza rolls with like the jalapeno seasoning. Of course, none of the ones from the store really have, to me, what I would say good spice or jalapeno flavor. So they were kind of a letdown. But yeah, I want to do the bacon wrapped ones. Throw those in there. Yeah. They do come in all different colors. The usual colors like the pink and white one. Or they're not, it's not even white, it's like an off-white or whatever, yeah. And then the brown. I saw a bag of them at the store before, but they weren't the big size. They're like smaller ones, but it was a bag full of them. That was pretty cool, but I don't eat it enough to Now, when you eat your concha, do you dip it in the coffee, or if you're drinking hot chocolate, do you dip it in there? We'll see. I mean, we might. I think it might be an hour in. We might be able to get him still in here, I think. Guess we'll see. Guess we shall see. Well, luckily this thing's not that big, so I don't have to like drink a whole huge one. But I feel like today's gonna be one of those like 2 energy drink kind of days, because we do have to drive like I want it's like 45 minutes from where we're at to go to Topgolf. Let's go check it out real quick and see. Oh, I guess Topgolf is one word. Okay. Let's see. What's this one say? Well, it doesn't tell me. It just tells me where it's at. Usually it tells you. Maybe on your phone it tells you, huh? Oh, is it going to show me? So it's 50 minutes away. So we have to drive 50 minutes one way to get to Topgolf, 50 minutes back. And they want to go like when it gets dark, because then it kind of like like lights up kind of nice. They got the backlighting and whatnot. So the kids want to go at night or whatever, like in the evening. So I'd probably leave it like no later than 6, and we'll be there by almost 7. So it takes almost an hour to get there and an hour travel time back. So it's like, so like I said, it might be a 2 energy drink kind of day today, because dude, in an hour back, it's that's just a lot. There you go, please. There you go. Yeah, I definitely want to get like another bag of pizza rolls now and a thing of bacon. Maybe let them cook up. No, what I think I'll do is I'll pre-soak the bacon in like A1 and then wrap them and throw them in there, and then at the end brush them off again, and then do like cheddar, like some shredded cheddar on top. That would be really good. Ooh, goodness, I'm gonna be like the bagel bite king. Yeah, we got to figure that weekend out for sure, man. It'll be good, though. It'll be fun. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Can't wait. First off, I warm up your concha. What? Either in the conventional oven or microwave, but since I don't drink milk, it's either water or an iced tea when I'm on the go. Yeah, it kind of be weird dipping in a water or iced tea, but that's crazy. You warm them up. I don't think I've ever done that. Nighttime at Topgolf is a lot more fun. Like there says, the atmosphere is way better. Yeah, it's like when you drive by, you can tell like they got like the backlighting and it looks like it's just a nice vibe. So I don't blame the kids for wanting to go at night because my daughter's like, I think it's probably be more fun at night. I said, all right. But I'm like, man, we've got to get through all day today and then go drive for almost an hour, go hang out, and then drive back for another hour. So it's like, man, Maricopa really needs to step it up. I mean, there's plenty of space out here. No reason why we can't have a Top Golf out here. They are like game types that make the golfing experience a blast. Nice. I said, my hand-eye coordination is not the best, so I don't think I'm gonna be trying to pull any Happy Gilmores out there. But maybe I'll try. I don't know. But I definitely got to remember not to go in Crocs. Although if I stop and get a new pair, she's like, I want to, then I guess I can just take the Crocs with. But I don't want to end up going. I forgot the other time. So what was it? Last weekend? Oh, yeah. Date night. I ended up leaving the house. Was it? Did I? I want to say I ended up leaving the house in Crocs. Maybe it was the other time. It was like a couple weeks before that. We went to go hang out, and then I had Crocs on. I forgot. I was like, by the time I went up and got all the other stuff I was getting, I forgot. I said I wasn't going to, and I ended up leaving in Crocs. I just started laughing. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm like a date on Crocs. So this is wrong. But yeah, it's one thing, like I end up leaving them on and just not ever taking them off. What's going on, Jay? What's up, brother? Goodness. Did I drink Cody yet? I forgot to post a picture. I drank Cody. And my wife brought me Isabel, and I drank Isabel. And I also forgot I took a big old sip of it, and I forgot to. I was like, she's like, well, I said I was going to post a picture and be like, I'm going to drink Isabel or whatever. I'm drinking Isabel, and then I was going to put a sticker over and be like, no, I'm just Twitch Beard Soda. I ended up going. So there's like half of one in there from like last night. It closed back. Doesn't have anyone's name on it. Only the regular non-zero ones now have the names on. So I think they just ran out, but yeah. Warm pastries are drooling good. One of your favorite memories is fresh warm donuts at your grandparents' bakery. That must have been phenomenal. Do you like fresh bake? Like, heck yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I know people that do even like the honey buns, and they'll warm them up in the microwave. But yeah, I know my son ended up getting. So remember last time he asked for like 3 dozen or whatever donut holes, and it came in like a little like a box, big box, but smaller box than like the long one. Like 2 weeks after that, he came home and he goes, I think he said this is like 10 dozen or something like that, and it was like in the longer boxes. I'm like, jeez. And I was like, you came in clutch with those though, because we were all waking up, and then like one time, yeah, it was like, all right, cool, I'll get down on some. I knew just the glazed ones, and oh man, he's like, save me some of those. Don't eat all of them because he's going to work. I was like, dude, I got to put these away because we're demolishing them. Everybody kept walking by, grabbing a few. That was like my donut quota for like the month, for like 2 months or so. Dude, it's too much. What's going on, Kay? How you doing? But yeah, I was just like, whoa. He opens up the box. I'm just like, dang. Like, that's a lot of donut holes, man. Do they? Dang. I didn't know that they that you can do that, and that's cool. It's not bad, huh? That's a good thing, I guess. See, I remember California's got Randy's, which that's like one of the most famous donut places, right? So you got Randy's, Yum Yum, Winchell's, and then there's this spot in Alhambra, and it's like a little mom and pop donut place that we used to always go to, and they hands down have the best ham and cheese croissant. I don't care what anybody says, and I believe they're still there to this day. I used to go there as a kid. Lady of the Ellie, what's up? I forgot to reset everybody in here. That's funny. Sparked a pre-roll named Sleepy Joe. It's 37% total potency. Jeez. That's what's up. That's what's up. Right on. It might be Sleepy Ellie, right? It's gonna be Sleepy Lady of the Ellie. There you go. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Shout out Valhalla Heathen Crew sponsoring the stream. You guys don't follow, make sure you go follow them. They're linked down in the description below. They are going to be working on getting some shirts out and posts that I see. They're gonna be some cool looking shirts because they got some cool looking posts on their page. So keep an eye out for that. They should honor your disc. Okay. I don't like if you got CCW, they're usually honored in other states as well. So I guess that'll make sense. Born Bearded, what's going on, man? It's going, just hanging out, chilling, getting through the day. Wanting for Top Golf time to get here, but I don't because then I don't want the whole day to just fly by. But yeah, overall, it was a good week. I kept from blowing up on people, on my family sometimes, customers, whatnot. So I'd say overall it was a good week. I felt good about the kind of one-on-one that I had with my lead. We'll see where that goes to. We'll see where it leads to. Because every time they're like, yeah, we'll work with getting you off the phones and something that's non-phone. And every time like somebody will end up saying that and then they quit, like they'll miss them. Well, last time that he missed the meeting, he got sick, and then after that I never heard from him, and it ends up that he ended up like quitting. I was like, what the? Then my other lead said the same thing, and we're at least trying to get you to move over here after the first of the year or whatever. It's now March or be April now. And I'm still doing the same thing. I'm like, oh, dude, really? And he ended up getting reassigned to another team. So I'm like, then that happened. I'm like, but I really didn't hear very much of like how we're gonna make this happen anyways after the first of the year. But he already knew he was getting moved like right then, around that time, right before whatever. So this league goes, I'm not going anywhere, but it's like I can't say 100% that's not gonna happen because they always reassign people and whatnot. He's like, I'm not looking to go anywhere. So well, like cool. So we'll see. I'll put some faith in you. Heck yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Definitely, Nick. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's really cool. Can't stay. Got some things to do. I'm working on. Want to show support. Have a great day, guys. I appreciate you, Born Bearded. Thank you so much for jumping in here and showing some support, man. Definitely appreciate that. Hopefully you have a good work day or whatever you're working on. I don't know if it's beard related or at work, but hopefully if it's beard related, hopefully you come up with something awesome and everybody else will be able to soon get some of that. No med card for me. It was legally own a gun or have a med card. Rec is legal here, so who cares about med? That's why for the longest time I'm like, nope, no card, because AZ has been med card legal or whatever for a while. And my wife kept telling me, like, yeah, no. It's like, I'm not getting put on a list where I can't buy some Second Amendment rights because that's not shit hits the fan. Zombie apocalypse happens. You never know. Yeah, I might have to let my med card go. They're giving me issues on your concealed carry. I was able to keep my void though, so still got the see. And I just didn't want to deal with that. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I said, we're on the cuffs of it being legal in AZ. So like I'm just gonna wait. It's fine. Dang. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy, please. That's a good thing, though, right? No. Let's see. Where's that tab? Let's do a giveaway for a couple stickers from our stream sponsor, Valhalla Heathen Crew. Like I said, make sure you guys go follow them. They are linked in the description. You will need to DM me your name, first and last, or whatever your mailman knows you as that he can put in there and knows it goes to you. So it don't have to be your government name if you don't want it to be. If it's like an alias, but your mail carrier knows about it, more than welcome to put that on there. But I will need your address. And don't worry, I won't send the witnesses to your house or the others to your house because I know you can make a request a visit from certain groups. Don't worry, I won't do that to you. Although it'd be hilarious and I would find very much joy in doing it because it'd be funny to me, but I won't do that, I promise. And I won't send any, weird literature from like the CDC to your house either. Don't worry. I got you. Let's see. So we're going to do hashtag crew. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so. If your mail carrier knows your alias or whatever, if that's what you put down on there, then cool. By all means. Like I said, although I could do that and be like, no, if I don't get a government name, then I will send the witnesses to your house under your @ and then they're going to knock on your door and be like, is Ray Smokey here? We're here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior. I forgot so on the McDonald's app, yeah, I think I logged in through like Google because it says Twitchbeard in there. So when I pulled up one day to the drive-thru, the person looked at me kind of funny and like was like unsure, and they said, I said, yeah, that's me. I never changed it. I just left it. Every time I go to McDonald's, if I use like the app or whatever, they're all kind of weirded out by it. Oh, Ray, you might get outed, bro. Right. He knows like 20 names. I had a package that a company sent out to me years ago now. They sent me a package addressed to Twitch Beard, and the mail carrier sent it back to them. And I'm like, dang it. I never told like the mail service or anything. And then finally, like one time, someone put that and my name on it. So after that, the next person that just sent it as Twitch Beard, he just threw it in there and knew. But yeah, that first time the mail carrier returned it. Over here, it's not happened. But I also think like in their system, they probably put it where, they didn't put it in like the box, and they usually have like a sticker with like names of, last names. But I think they probably put it in the system as it's okay to like deliver the package if it says that. Autocorrect is your best friend, man. That's what I was like. Wait, what? He knows you're naked. I was like, whoa. You're crazy, Ray. We're gonna put you in on. I'll address it to Crazy Spray Ray. There you go. Come on, guys. Hashtag crew in the chat. And a couple stickers from Valhalla Heathen Crew, our sponsor for the stream. Let's go. Said, make sure you guys go follow them. They got some cool stuff that they're gonna be coming out with. Let me see if I can pull it up. don't know if I'll be able to because I usually use the other browser to do it. Ooh, this chair sounds like it's about to break on me. Come on now. Oh, I didn't save it. Nope. Oh, wow. It saves the old one, dude. Whoa, where did that come from? That's old screen name right there. That's insane. There you go. Dang, that means I'm going to have to go look at the dang password because I can't remember it. Dude, I hate that happens. You don't know how many passwords I got saved in my phone? 206. I kept using the same, which you never should, right? I probably shouldn't tell anybody that, but don't. I interchange between a handful of them, whatever. But 80 of those are compromised, and I haven't been able to go through them and fix them. Things like if you use to create your own, or no, not the preset ones from your phone, like on iPhone, right? They're extra long and they're a combination of a bunch of stuff. So like to be able to like do that on the TV, if you log into the apps or like on the computer, it just takes so long. So I have to go through that and fix some of them though. Okay, let's see here. How is this saved in there like that though? That's what I want to know. I've never logged into Instagram on this browser, like Chrome on this computer. That's kind of weird. That is so weird. And that's a really old one. It's like from years ago. Creepy. Let's see if it lets us. Oh goodness, it just sent me okay. Now I gotta do this one. I got 10 key on this one. Which sucks, dude. I didn't see that. This doesn't even have a disk drive in it. Weird to me that like, a laptop that doesn't have a disk drive on it. There we go. We'll just save. Now we'll save it, I guess. Well, now it'll update it, but all right. So now we got to go find them because there we go. All right. All right. So let's go back over here. Sorry, yeah, it's taking a little while. I'm not good at this. All right. Let's see. Okay. Bam. I'm just going to go back over here. Okay, cool. So you guys can still see me? So let's do this. Let's pull this off and go over here with it so I can at least see it. Boom, there we go. So right here, Valhalla Heathen Crew. And they're linked in the description, so make sure you guys go give them a follow. They're like the Viking stuff, right? But yeah, like this one right here, they're probably doing a shirt in that one probably, which would be cool. But he's got some other stuff. Let's see. Right there. See, they should stream. Here, see, bam. Look for some of the print some shirts. And I think that's probably going to be like the first shirt that they'll probably do, and then the other one, probably a couple of the first ones. So that'll be cool. Bam. So yeah, make sure you guys go give them a follow. All right. All right. So let's do that. And let's see. I got to go back to this because I can't remember how to do it. It keeps telling me that, dude. I don't care about that. Bam. Right. So give you guys still another little bit, maybe another minute. Okay, not bad flavor, but not my favorite. Not enough lemonade. Part towards the end. What's going on, Funhouse? What's up, man? So, see on some comments while we wait. How about that? Let's catch up on some comments real quick. Okay, well, I got to find the last one. Oh, I see it right there. All right. What was the last thing we were talking about? Ray being a crazy Ray? There we go, right here. As long as it's the correct address, he leaves it there. I think that's like, I don't know, it could be a good or bad thing, right? Depending on somebody ordered something and it's not getting delivered to them because they put the wrong address on it. But I guess he would know by their name, though, and go give it to them. Ridiculous. You're wild, man. I've told your government. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, can you imagine? I think the middleman might be scared to deliver that one. He might not deliver that one. He'd be like, yeah, no. The setup. Right. Those, have you guys seen those videos? It's real. I'm getting a lot of them lately. People say like they make up the names so they sound, like bad names, and they say it over the speaker and stuff at the store. Wild. There you go. Ellie wins. We gotta address it to Lady of the Ellie. There you go. Mailman, they billed for that one, I think. No, not yet. I was giving it a minute to catch up on some comments, and then we go. Just waiting for everybody to finally throw in their hashtag so I can collect it, just in case somebody didn't. There you go. Breakfast sausage, Ray Smoke. That'd be hilarious. Sausage spray Ray. What's going on, OG? There you go. Damn. All right. So yeah, hashtag crew. Whoever wins will get a couple stickers from Heathen Crew. Let's go. So far, 6 entries, and we're gonna. What? Now we're definitely gonna have to make a name to put on that and send it to you. Ray Smokey, you are the winner. All right, let's stop sharing. Bam. Jay, rigged, dude. You know you're gonna send me a list of names to consider to put on that thing to send it to him. You're gonna be like, send it to him as this. I wonder how many names we could fit on that thing, so we could send maybe like a couple sentences worth of names, and then put it on there. That'd be hilarious. The mailman's gonna be like, "What is going on? How many people live here?" You and Jay are crazy. You guys go back and forth. I knew it, dude. You're gonna send me a list of names to consider. I'll be like, I don't know. Sausage Smoky Ray. Oh goodness. That would be one of those that you see in one of those videos where people are shouting weird names out to get your order because they gave them a weird name. Person wouldn't notice and yell that out. Oh goodness, dude, I would lose it. If I was ever in public and somebody was making one of those videos, I'd lose it. I'd be like, oh my god, no way, this just happened. Like they did it and they looked at the name and just said that. Like you think they would say it to themselves first when they read it, like think about it, and they just spit it out. Although some of those videos I think are just staged. Imagine that'd be hilarious. Oh, don't see me naked mailman would kind of be funny. Don't worry, guys. We got two more. Two more. I'll say if we can get me over 2,000 follows right now while we're live, I'll do one for a gift card. But I don't know if that'll happen. Like 3 away. Oh goodness. Send that to the through the mail service. Goodness, that's insane. How was everybody else's week, man? I feel like I haven't asked you guys that. Anybody have any struggles this week? Anybody felt like they were just making it through the week? Oh, that's such a horrible feeling to just make it feel like you're just making it through the week. But I mean, I guess it could be good or bad. But yeah, some weeks are just like, man, I'm just making it through the week. I mean, I'm not like, oh yeah, it's a good week. I'm just making it. Let's see. Let me go into my Instagram real quick and see if the homie may or may not come on here. Bam. All right. So I haven't heard from him, but he just probably got done just finishing up the game. So but we'll see. Jeez, man. You guys are wild. You guys are too much, man. Boom. That's a lot. Put into a roll. All right. Well, that's done, though. I got the watermelon one, but I don't think I'm going to crack that open right now. Maybe just do some water. If not, I'm going to be like, feeling like I'm on Charlie Sheen's brain. Unplug me. Can't handle it. Yeah, it'd be 160 milligrams times 2. Yeah, that'd be probably too much. Oh, what's going to end up happening to me? Must seize up and just fall over on live. Everyone's like, "What's going on? What happened?" The Instagram login thing. Delete that. Don't need it. If you have like company over and you guys are having a little session, that makes sense. Oh, gee, I didn't know. What? That's what's up. There we go. Got some water. Ooh. Yeah, I don't usually. I mean, the neighbor will be like, "Hey," I'm like, "All right, cool," and then, but he never rolls anything. It's all out of, you know, things that hold water. That fool smoke, man, all the time. That guy, I went and talked to him like a couple months ago now. Um, just to hang out, just chilling, catching up with him. I hadn't seen him in a minute. We went to like 3 different bowls. I'm like, "Jeez, bro." He's like, "Come on." I'm like, "Ah, all right, fine." But I got like some infused pre rolls, which are pretty decent. I mean, they burn kind of funky. Um, but yeah, usually the edibles are. I mean, they're like what I would call extended release. I guess they're delayed release. But yeah, what kind of car do you guys drive? What kind of cars do you guys have? See, I didn't even know that they did that. Yeah, see, this one was like an infused one, so it had wax in it too, and it was just it didn't burn like your like non-infused pre-roll. It was just burning weird and funky. Um, it like got running really fast, like right off the bat, and it wasn't even a lighting issue. Like we did it right and everything, but yeah, it's just a little bit through it started. And we like even on some of them where they just lit good to begin with, they just ended up running, but they run. I don't know, like they're just weird. I don't know if they just overly packed or because of the infused part of it. It just even the draw on it was it was hard. Oh wow, right on. That's cool. That's what's up. The OG knows all the tricks. You see, like, yeah, they put all that stuff in pre rolls. Reminds me of like my youth. That before it was ever legal, where you get like a bunch of you're like, "Oh man, we're out." Just end up crushing it all together. I'm like, "All right, forget it. Let's just go." I said that reminds me of my youth. You like back in the day, we're like, "Yeah, it's all we got left." Ah, yeah, that's wild. Now it makes me not want to get pre rolls. I usually do carts. To me, the carts is easiest. It's easiest to like mask like as far as like any smell coming out of it or whatever. So I usually just go with the carts. Yep. Roll it into a little ball. You're good to go. Yep. Remember those days? Not so much anymore. Like now that it's legal, like dispensaries are like popping up more too. Like it's not one of those things like, well, I'm like, oh, I have to do that. No. If somebody ever sold me a bag of that, I'd be mad. I mean, my buddy had gotten a couple bags of that before. I'm like, you don't buy from that dude anymore. Like back, like back in the day now. But like, I mean, but yeah, it's yeah. I just usually do like the carts or edibles now. Um, the sodas, the sodas are pretty good. They have like a seltzer one that was really good. Um, they've got the root beer soda one. The juice was really powerful in comparison to the soda. Um, we drank like half the little juice bottle, and oh my goodness, dude, I'm just like I'm melting into this couch right now. I can't even get up. Like I got up and I walked like 4 feet. I'm like, dude, that felt like it took forever. That juice was like really, really strong. It was insane. I think it's probably because juice versus like soda. I don't know. And I've done like a little. They have like all. They also have like 100 milligram shots too, like little shot, like juice shots or whatever. Damn, dude, like I want to try that. The Khalifa pre rolls are like $12. I don't know. To be honest, nothing. Okay, I see. That makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense of why they're so cheap. Okay, you get a pre roll for nothing. There's half the time like, oh, you meet like this price and you just throw in like a pre roll. There you go. You all feel cool and special, dude. And now come to find out they're just giving you a bunch of grindy in there. Pinchers? Nope. I don't deal with those. You drive a Buick Rendezvous? I had looked at a couple of them before. We almost got one before we got our. Was it before the Pathfinder? Maybe it was when we got the Trailblazer. Yeah, but we had looked at a couple of those. I had looked at a white one, dude. I liked it. It was pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. How about Ray? I think Ray just walks everywhere, right? Because he lives in New York. Oh goodness, dude. Yeah, yeah. Does it like back in the day? Like now, you gotta really worry about that too much, which is nice because like even if you buy flour, there's not it's like actual buds in there. It's not a baggie full of junk at the bottom and barely anything. Got a little squirt of them electrolytes in there, or a few. Yeah, the little squeezies. Love those things. I got to get another one. Other one's running low. We'll have to walk everywhere or just jump the fence down. Ray's the one getting chased down in the movies. You see, like they jump over and like, hey. We've well in California they have, I guess you could call it a light rail. Yes, I don't know. They have like two different ones, one up top, one underground or whatever. We used to ride in those before. Out here they have a light rail, but it's Phoenix to Tempe and now a part of Mesa, and they're working on extending it. So you can go from Phoenix all the way to Mesa on the light rail now, which is crazy. Pretty cool, but we live a little far from that ever probably happening out here. Some people don't like breaking it down. I call that lazy stoner. Yeah. Yeah, they try to sell, everything. So they a little bit, they have something for everybody. I guess if you want like a bag, like you said, like a bag of shake or whatever, like cost effective stuff. There you go. You buy the shake. Ooh. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do another giveaway. A couple stickers. Let's go. Shout out Valhalla Heathen Crew. See, I gotta put that thing back in here now. All right, guys, let's go. Didn't get in on the first one, get in on this one. Ozzy a vig for $100. Sausage Patty can't win again, right? No, you can see it on there. It says that the winner can't be. Or maybe, I don't know. If he wins, we'll have to reroll because I think I did it incorrectly. This will be the second one, Nick. Oh, dang. See if you guys get it from somewhere else, not close by or anything. It's wild. At least I don't think he can win again. I don't know. Well, you do this giveaway tool very often. And then the last time we had to use, what was it, Restream, and I didn't know how to do that. That's too much. I mean, we could do that too. Yeah, do the gas stations. And those kids will buy it, dude. They don't care. Like you said, right? They're just trying to do that. It's funny. Yeah, go ahead and hashtag crew in the chat if you haven't. Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, like, what? He's being nice to you, Ray? Like, get your gas from the guys outside the gas station. We were on date night, dude. We were walking in towards like the casino, and I could just smell it. I'm like, someone's out there with that gas, dude. I said, sharing is caring. Wherever you're hiding, dude, come out. Not trying to play hide and seek. Forget you. I actually got to catch a fresh shave today, dude. I haven't, so it's doubles, a little more so. I'm gonna catch a fresh shave before we get out of here to the Top Golf. It's a must. I got to order some new heads for my head shaver too. I keep forgetting to. You shaved this morning? I was going to before the stream, but then I was laying in bed watching TV, so I was like, I don't want to get up. And then I did, and I guess I had enough time. And I wanted to like refresh on how I was gonna do this giveaway thing because I couldn't remember how to do it. So didn't do your cheek line though yet. I don't think I'm gonna do my cheek line for a while again. Coming off like I don't know, I could feel it and it kind of bugs me, but if I do it again, it's just gonna get that mad burn on it. So I just leave it. I had gotten that mad burn on it this day I did it, dude. Like the bumps were already there, like it was hurting. The next day my face was hurting more. So I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to like freshen those up all the time. I'll just leave it. If anything, I'll let them go back to like the regular style, but What? That's wild, dude. That's wild. Heck yeah, we were. It was like a few Oktoberfests ago. There was some. They were probably college kids, but yeah. And I was like, sharing is caring, dude. He's like, go ahead. I said, what? I was like, nah. He's like, let's go. I was like, all right, cool. That was pretty cool. And then after Oktoberfest that year, we ended up going back home. And me and the lady went out date night that night, and we're going to Wild Wings. I let her drive the TL. I was all, dude, roll on the throttle and smash on this guy next to me. Like, he's not gonna let you over, dude. Like, you got to get past him. She's all right. She's like, you said to. I said, yeah. She's like, dang. I was like, yeah. See why I like driving my car? Dude, I had the chance to and I didn't. Now I'm like, dang, I don't know. I just don't do good in like places like that, dude. Like just too much people and stuff. Like Oktoberfest was a lot too. Like anywhere, even going to like Top Golf today is going to be a lot. Like there's just a lot going on. But the last time they were in AZ, which was last year, but like towards the end of the year, I think they did cancel the show, but then they rescheduled it, and I just ended up telling my buddy, I just refund it, dude. I'm good. I just really can't get off work right now to begin with. I think they might have switched me that. They might have switched me. I don't know, but yeah, I kind of missed out. I should have. Because it would have been fun. Like once I'm there, I probably would have had some fun. But it was also during the week, and I had no time I could take off work like the next day, and I have to drive like an hour to get there, an hour plus. So I'm like, dude, like after that's done, whatever time I have to drive by, I'm like, dude, like I don't know. So I just told him like, no. I said I'm just gonna stay home or whatever. But it was during the week, man. I was like, if it was a Friday, I would have been down, or Saturday, but it was like a Tuesday or a Thursday. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I don't know, man. And originally I was like, yeah, I'm down. And then it was like, then I thought about it. And then when he said it canceled, I was like, all right, cool. I was kind of happy. And then like, he's like, they rescheduled it. Yeah, I'm good, man. But now I'm kind of like, man, I should have gone. It would have been fun. I know like once I'm there and like get past that anxiety, then it's usually okay. But I mean, they can always go downhill from there too, though. And I could be like, yeah, cool. And then all of a sudden it's like, so man, I should have though. VIP. See, I don't know if he had VIP, but he had bought some like tickets or whatever. What's going on, Archie? What up, Jobin? Just in time for the giveaway from our sponsors, Valhalla Heathen Crew. Make sure to follow them on IG. They are linked in the description. And yeah, make sure you hashtag crew for your chance to win a couple stickers from a man. Yeah, he has the link. It's the same link. He's got to tap in on it. Oh goodness, I need a new chair pad, dude. This pad's like, I don't like it. I wanted a new chair, but I love the camel print, so I don't want to replace it. But the bottom of it's like gone, man. You can just feel like the whatever bottom, wood pressed wood or whatever they use to to put these chairs together or whatever. But so I got like a chair pad, but I don't feel like I need a better one. Nah, dude, his son had a couple games and they were back to back, and then we had like the the time zone difference that we thought wasn't actually a time zone difference. We're actually both at the same time, so I was like, oh, he's like, his kid does in like the middle of a game or whatever. So like, oh yeah, that's not gonna work. You. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That's not fun, dude. That is not fun. Cameron's got bronchitis. We've been getting over that this week. Kid sounds all sick. I'm like, but dude, like you gotta wear some clothes. Like you just want to be sitting hanging out like nothing, dude. Like no socks, no shirt. Just want to hang around just shorts. Like I was like, put some clothes on, dude. Like, Because it's cold in the house. So he's breathing out all that cold air because he's sitting on the couch like playing video games that's right underneath the vent. So like you'll feel like, beat on you cold air, which is insane. You know. So all right, so let's start collecting some comments. All right, we got 7 this time. Let's go. Oh yeah, see. Look at that. Ray said he'd pass it on to Jay. And he didn't have to. All right, so Ray and Jay, make sure you guys DM me. If you don't, then you will get nothing. Zip, zero, zilch, nada. What is that from? You guys can tell me what that's from, what show it's from. But hey, we got our guest here. So make sure you guys welcome in our guest. Life of a Viking God. What's on, brother?
Yeah. Good morning. Afternoon almost.
Right.
Let's see if I can get.
Bam.
There we are. Now. Okay. Now.
Look at that beard, man. Whew. That is phenomenal.
All right. Can you hear me, bub?
Yep. We're good.
All right. Awesome. Sorry for the time delay. We thought we were on separate time shift there, but I guess we were back to the same time.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, we forgot daylight savings happened.
I know, and it just happened. I was so mad about it too. But yeah, I'm glad I got in here. I just finished up my son's event for lacrosse, so
Nice. How they do?
he won both games today, so it was good.
Nice. That's awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats to him and his team. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a lot better than I thought he was going to be at lacrosse. A lot more physical, which he seemed to like a little bit more than the soccer and the baseball. So
Nice. Right on. That's cool. It's a pretty intense sport, that's for sure.
yeah, I think he likes it because he can put the black strips under his eyes and makes him feel really cool. So
He's like, I look like a menace. Let's go.
yeah, at 9 years old, man, they're doing everything they can to look cool and be cool. So
that's awesome. So, yeah, welcome in. Let us know a little bit about you. Let us know where you're from and what you're about.
Yeah, so I go by Life of a Viking God. Most of my social media, my real name's Dustin Ray, and I'm from Southern California, from a small little area, Thousand Oaks, California. And I'm an electrician of 20 years, in the process of getting my general contractor's license, and I'm about 3 to 4 months from launching my own my beard grooming supply line. It's not just for beards; it's actually for women and men. It's actually for men who don't have beards also. It's an aftershave also, so it kind of hits all parameters, but the smell is amazing. And yeah, we're in the middle of marketing and packaging, which if any of my friends, and I'm sure your friends know, that can be a nightmare. And we're trying to do it the right way. And it's all biodegradable. Everything's FDA approved, vegan, non-animal tested. So we're trying to bring something a little different to the market. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And then on the side, I ride Harleys, man. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. So.
Nice. Yeah, I see a lot of those posts, man. I'm like, I love them, dude. That's awesome. Like, he's having fun out there.
Yeah, it's my therapy, I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you. I think something that most men and women can relate to when it comes to riding any bike, doesn't matter if it's a Harley or not.
Right.
It's like your own personal time. You don't have
Yeah.
anyone chatting at you. There's no social media in front of you. You're able to just be a part of your own head, and I encourage anyone, any sport in general or any hobby. I mean, if it gives you that time to kind of separate yourself from like the mainstream of what's going on in life, it really allows you to do a lot of soul searching, but it also lets you do some thinking that I don't think you really get to do most of your day, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I haven't rode motorcycles in a while, but yeah, definitely want to get like some, it's just something to ride, even dirt bikes, whatever. Like, it's just, it's fun. Like you said, it's just you, and that's all that you need. It's yourself, a bike, and just go
Yep.
ride. If you have a dirt bike, go ride some trails, and just get away from everything. Like you said, there's no social media, nothing. It's just,
Yep.
you yourself hanging out and kind of just, going through your thought process and whatever you're going through, kind of making sure that you're going to be okay through it.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on there. It's you and yourself, and I mean, therapists don't cost, they're not cheap these days, and so a
Why
bike
not?
payment, a bike payment is actually ends up being a little bit cheaper, and you get the freedom of being on the road. So yeah, it is definitely one of those times where you really get to, I mean, some of my best ideas, some of my best choices I've ever, come up with and made are based when I'm sitting behind the helmet, and
Yeah.
it really is very inspiring to be able to just sit there and talk to yourself, question
Yeah.
yourself, and be able to work on some things that maybe you're not able to do in your day-to-day time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like this week I've been watching like car reels and stuff, like, and just seeing like the joy that they're having. I'm like, dude, I want that back, man. I think it's time to get the car back and back up on the road. It's been sitting
Yeah.
for a while. I'm like, I just keep putting it off and putting it off, saying, oh, I can't do it. I don't have money. Um, and I actually, do in fact have money to do it. It's like, just, get it done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, put in
And
that
it's
wrench down
crazy.
to make it happen.
Yeah, and it's crazy how I live by this saying about comfort is a slow death. We get comfortable, man, and we stay in this path, and
Yeah.
we don't realize that we're not getting, sometimes we're not getting to the places we need to and doing the things we need to because we're just so comfortable in our day-to-day time. It's getting to a point where you're financially a little bit stressed, or you're spending a little bit more money than you normally would. It's like that's uncomfortable, but with uncomfort comes with growth, and so I think that's a huge one. Cars, bikes, hobbies,
Yeah.
anything, just anything in general. And it doesn't all have to be, I mean, just hiking, things that don't even necessarily have to cost money. It allows you to get out of your comfort zone and push yourself and experience and learn new things. I think for me
Yeah.
personally, one of the biggest benefits is learning a new hobby, starting something new, learning a new, just mechanics in general, like you said, pick up the wrench.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I watch YouTube videos during the week just to learn new things that I don't
Yep.
know, and it helps out a lot. And again, it kind of pushes you out of your comfort zone, which I think is amazing for growth in general.
Yeah, yeah, because like if you don't get out of your comfort zone, like you said, you're just what do you say, a comfy slow death. Like,
Comfort is a slow death. Yeah, it's I can't say I came up with it, but it was something that was told to me many, many years ago. And yeah, comfort is a slow death, and yeah, it's maybe you're safe, and maybe that's like your safe zone is just being comfortable, but nobody grows with being in a comfortable position, in my opinion. I think getting a little bit out of your realm and trying new
yeah,
things, it's it's just part of growth in general. I mean, think about it. Start a new job. That's a
right.
perfect example. You start a new job. Well, you're not comfortable. You're definitely
Yeah,
uncomfortable. You're definitely like learning a whole new technique. You're learning
yeah,
new just how people deal with it, maybe even in the same trade, but it's again, it's discomfort brings growth. And
yeah.
I think that is like a huge one to live by. Um, and for me, it's brought me to places I can't even tell you. I in my 40 years of life, I've experienced some amazing things. I've gone through some hard stuff, but it's definitely every time I push myself out of that comfort zone, I learn and I grow from it. And I think for me mentally, it's allowed me to kind of push myself to new horizons, things that I would have never been able to do before. So
Oh, no, definitely, that's awesome. Like, yeah, and that, like this, like you said, like that comfort that I'm finding, it's like trying to get out of it, right? Where I'm like, okay, so get it back up and running. But what if something else goes wrong and I have something else to fix now?
Yeah.
Now what am I
Right.
going to do? Like, what if I can't fix it? Like, and then I'm like you said, I'm going to have to get out of my comfort zone. So like I just keep putting it off and putting it off. And then I see these videos. I'm like, man, they're having so much fun. Like I miss that. I want that back. I need to be able to do that again. You know, like just take a nice cruise, even if it's just to the grocery store. You know, to and see
Yeah.
tunes and see ya. You
Yeah.
know, load up the dog and like let's go, man. Let's go get some groceries. Cool. You know, and being comfy in
Yeah.
what I'm driving, because like I drive my old lady's Pathfinder. I'm like, oh, I like it, but I'll drive it. But it's like I miss my vehicle. You know, like I miss being able
Yeah,
to be
for
a camper
sure.
on my own. You know, and
Yeah,
just
and you said something, you said, you in your mind you're like, "Oh, I can't do this or I can't do that." And
right.
it's like something that I push really hard with just my son, but a lot of my brothers in my group in my circle is like as soon as you start using the word can't, you're limiting yourself right off the bat,
Yeah.
and our mind does that to us because again, our mind's always going into a survival mode of just like being, okay, this is comfortable. This is, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But like as soon as you start saying can't and I can't do this and I can't do that, you're just limiting yourself from failure. And with failure isn't it's not a bad thing. I mean, we
Right.
all try new things and we fail. It's just a matter of if you keep trying to perfect it or if if you failed at this, now go towards another thing, and I think a lot of times, not just men, this is with women too, but like when men we're expected to do so much and be able to do so many things. And some of us aren't capable of doing those things because our mind's holding us a hostage, we're
Yeah.
being held to this, like, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do. I tell people, man, just pick up the YouTube, man, because like YouTube has taught me, I've rebuilt motors, I've done things that, just between carpentry and even electrical, 20 years of doing it. I still, man, there's times where I'm like, somebody's done this. I bet you I can find it. And again, there it is on YouTube. And I just now learned something. And yeah, I've failed a lot of I've failed at a lot of projects and a lot of hobbies, but I never let it stop me, I just kept moving
Yeah.
forward. But
Yeah. I've done a lot of like the YouTube watch a video here and see like something happens in the car. I'm like, oh, I'm not a mechanic.
yeah,
I don't know, but I tell her like let's jump on YouTube and let's do a little bit of research, watch some videos, and see what happens. And by the end of like the day, I'll be like, it possibly is this. I said, just give me a couple more days and see. And then by the end of the couple of days go by, and I'm like, all right, I'm pretty positive it is this.
yeah,
And this, how we're gonna fix that. Watch the video, so I'll just keep this video and I'll go back and kind of reference. And by the end of the week, I'm like, all right, cool, we fixed it. I did it. I figured it out.
yeah.
We have to go
And
to a
you
mechanic.
feel so good too, right? Like
Right.
you feel so accomplished by the time you're done. You're like, dude, I did that. And then you're like,
Yeah.
and it's not even that. Like you inspire your friends and your family and
Yeah.
your spouse or your partner. You inspire yourself and other people to think like, oh wow, he could do it. Like why
Yeah.
couldn't I do it? And I think that again, I think as much as I do have my issues with social media and just overall general internet, I also love it at the same fact because between AI, Google, YouTube, and many
Right.
other forms, there's every bit of knowledge that you could ever imagine needing to be successful in your own
Yeah.
business, your own hobby, your own personal life. It's there. It's all at your fingertips. You just have to be willing to
Yeah.
look for it and read it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Research
amazing.
goes a long way. It's and people like
It
I said,
does.
you get into this I can't, and like as soon as you do that, you just shut yourself down. Your brain will shut down, and
Yeah.
you believe that you can't. And you can watch some videos, figure it out. Okay, if it's not this, maybe it could be that. Cool.
Yep.
But usually, if you do enough research, you pretty much hit it on the head. Pretty much at least 90% of the time.
I
And
mean, we
like I
all
said,
learned how to read and do math at some point in our life, and we didn't know how to do that either. We learned how to walk, and
right.
we didn't know how to do that. It's so
But yeah, I noticed you post a lot of like motivational, like positivity and mental health stuff. Um,
yeah.
I love that. It's awesome. Like great work, man. I love the reels that you put out. Um, what got you to begin posting that type of content?
Well, I'll just be straight with you. I didn't have a really good childhood growing up. And I know a lot of us haven't, and some of us have had amazing childhoods. My childhood made me learn a lot of things at a young age that I don't really think kids should have to learn, but I also
Yeah.
I had to survive, and I had to kind of fend for myself and my sisters, growing up. I unfortunately I didn't really have parents that were 100% there when they should have been and how they should have been. I was left in the hands of, people that probably shouldn't have been taking care of children. And that kind of put me off on a really, really rocky road, and it's crazy that I look back at how my life went, and I lived in Minnesota for a good part of my childhood, with my mom, and then I moved out here back to Southern California where I was born, and I lived with my dad, and my dad wasn't really present. He didn't even know how to be a dad, to be honest with you. So I was kind of back to this, like, oh, let's free for all, let's meet the wrong people, hang out with the wrong people. And I kind of was just doing some really stupid stuff, man. I was like drinking and, going out and stealing. And I was just doing things that just, I look back now, I'm glad it happened because I would have never gotten to where I'm at right now. But it led me to a point where at 19 years old, I was with my high school sweetheart, and we decided that we were done being losers. And I spent the next 12 years of my life with her. It was 14 years we were with each other, but 12 solid years of that, we decided we were going to do what everyone else wasn't. So I became an electrician at 19 years old. We got our first condo when we were 20. We got a dog, we got a cat. We started doing the things that like a lot of young adults don't even do now until they're in their 30s. And
Yeah.
what ended up happening is I didn't do anything. I didn't party. I didn't do none of that. And when I was at 32 years old, I kind of had a little mid-age crisis, man. And I was like, hey, I didn't get to do all these things that everyone else got to do, like everyone else got to go out and party, and everyone got to do these things that I never did because I was too busy trying to be an adult. I was actually what I was really doing was I was trying to prove to myself that I wasn't going to be like my parents.
Yeah.
And I love that I did that. But the downside to that is I also didn't get to experience things that 20-year-olds get to experience, and unfortunately it put me in a really weird spot. I started hanging out with bad people again. Not all bad, but I definitely was hanging out with people that were doing things that I personally, I wouldn't have never been around or done. And I
Yeah.
found myself also very self-conscious. I was a very, like right now, I weigh in at 200 pounds. I'm 6 foot tall. At that time, I was, 5'11" and 135 pounds. And I felt small, man. I felt small. I just didn't feel like a man. And I started taking steroids, man. And it got me into a world that I will never, I tell people I'm a huge advocate. And then to answer this like basic question of why I do what I do now is I was so self-conscious about what I seen in the mirror as thinking that I wasn't a man because I didn't have muscles and I wasn't big and
Uh,
you know what I mean? And like I had
yeah.
no tattoos, man. Like I had like none of this stuff. And I started taking steroids, man, and I went really hardcore for 6 years. I lost my
Wow.
family. I lost my family, man. It messed up my family dynamic. I thought the world owed me something. I would say 100% addicted to steroids, and I got huge. I got absolutely monstrous huge, like very big. And but not only did I get big, my ego was huge, and I I literally walked around as if my shit didn't stink, and
Yeah.
and it really led me down this like real horrible path of mental health. My decline in mental health went just down, 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 and I don't know. Hopefully, my phone's not getting too hot. Yeah, I might have to move us. Um, so what I ended up doing is I just got to a point where I lost a lot of things that were important to me. I lost a high school relationship with my son's mom, and I was losing jobs, good jobs. I was losing them because I
Yeah.
was just erratically, just hormones just out of control, getting into fights and just doing really bad stuff. It was also leading me into drinking and doing other drugs that was never something I was into. I never was into
Yeah.
any of that. And I came back from that, man. I've been clean off of hardcore steroids for over 3 years now. And in that process, and I'm sure some of your listeners would understand this if they've been down this road, and you when you come off of those kind of drugs, it ends up making you very depressed. And it made me very, very depressed beyond anything I could ever imagine being. And a lot of my family, or a lot of my childhood traumas, and a lot of the PTSD from the things that happened in my past that I had buried so far away, they came out, man, and they came
Yeah.
out full force. And unfortunately, I hurt a lot of really good people in those times, and in that first, couple years of getting clean, I didn't really even know who I was. I had no clue, man. I had just completely messed up the whole chemistry in my mind and in my brain,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are like, "Dude, you're not the same person anymore." And I'm like, "No, I'm not the same person. I'm like, I'm a completely different human, you know?" And so here in this last year, I've really, really tried to push just not even the quotes, man, not even like my reels and stuff talking about the thing. It's like the positivity of knowing that it's okay not to feel okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's as a man, we're supposed to like hold a lot of this world on our shoulders,
Yeah.
and with that, I've come to realize like I'm not alone, man. And there's a lot of guys, and a guy like myself, looks the way I am, biker mentality and all this stuff. Like, dude, you'll see me cry more than you probably ever could imagine. I don't hold back emotions anymore. I don't hold that stuff in. And so, days I wake up, I just feel like, man, I want to speak to other people, like I want
Yeah.
to speak to other men who are possibly struggling with these feelings of not feeling like they can talk about their feelings, and not talk about,
Right.
and that's the thing I want to say, like, you don't have to share your feelings, you don't, but you need to process them. And
Yes.
sometimes you see
Definitely.
these reels and you see these memes and you see quotes that people post, and it's like a boom, it's like a life eye opener. You're just like, holy
Yeah.
crap, man. Like that just totally, I totally reflect with that, like I can relate to what this guy's saying or what this guy
Yeah.
posted. And I've gotten a lot of flack. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've gotten a lot of flack being what would be considered soft, in my
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's, to me, it's just not soft. What it is it's, I'm human,
Yeah.
I
No.
have emotions, I have feelings. And yeah, I won't lie to you. It's been hard, in my relationship
Yeah.
with my lady. It's been hard, I put a lot of the people close to me through hell, and it's in this last year I've just become this new version of me, and this new version is, I'm sober. I don't do nothing. I don't even drink coffee, man. Like I just really decided to just implement my own health and my mental health, my physical health. And part of that also in my therapy is talking to others, man, and helping others. Like it truly makes me a better person to listen to other people's stories, to talk to
Yeah.
people. And I think, with your podcast and the things that you do for, beard companies and just in general for men being able to just have a conversation, uh,
Yeah.
I
Not
think it's
showing.
I think it's huge, man. I think it's huge, and I think it goes a long ways. But for me, it's like I'm not the only one, like, yeah, I want everyone that I come in contact with to know that, your struggles and your pains and your hurts, you're not alone. I'm here with you. I hear you. I see you. I love you, and that's kind of like one of my big things that I try to always end my reels with is like, I hear you, man, and I do see you, and and I love you. And I think that's those three words right there, "I love you," is something that
Right.
I think a lot of men have a trouble saying to just anyone in general. But like
Yeah.
I tell men all the time, man, I love you, bro. And it's like it's kind of crazy, man. You don't realize how many people go through life and their parents don't tell them they love them.
Yeah.
Loved ones don't tell them they love them, and it's like three words that just go so far with a person's mental health that it's nice to embrace your fellow man and woman and give them that feeling of love, because I think without it, it kind of goes against how we're wired. So
Yeah, it's definitely there's definitely a big stigma behind it, and it's sad because, like you said, three simple words that everybody should be able to hear. You know,
Yeah.
everybody should be able to feel that love. You know, and be able to have somebody tell them that. And like you said, a lot of times, well, we're men, we're supposed to not say that or talk about it. Or you said, hey,
Yeah.
you know, right, cool, you don't want to talk about it, all right, but you do got to process it. But I feel like with that stigma is like we don't talk about it, we just put it away, so then we're not processing, and that's when
Yeah.
things go downhill. And
And when we store that away, I don't think we always realize it, but I'll use as an example. I mean, you don't process these things, and let's just say, something that bothers you or that you should probably talk to about, or even address the situation right in the time. We kind of like just pack it away. We pack it away. We
yeah,
pack it away, and eventually it rears its head. And unfortunately for some people, it rears its head at a wrong time, and
yeah,
somebody innocent gets that process that instant process where it should have been
yeah,
processed over a period of time. It's just like an instant, oh well, you did this or you did that, and and it's like you're talking about things that happened years ago, or you're talking about things that
yeah,
happened in a time where you weren't even the same person, and
right,
so it is crazy how much it affects you when you just pack away these things that you don't process properly. And I don't think there's a proper way to process things. I think everyone's so different and
yeah,
complex that if you feel comfortable to be able to talk to even just a friend, or a spouse or a family member, or a stranger. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I tell my story to random strangers all the time,
yeah,
and I do it in a way that makes them feel comfortable, like
yeah.
I end up in a conversation with somebody for a half an hour I met at a gas station, and we
I
just
was
happen
about
to
to
have
say,
something, you know what I mean? Like, and before you know it, it's like I just made a new connection with a new friend, and or I'll never see that human ever again, but they won't forget our conversation,
right, exactly,
and so it's become this like wisdom thing where I feel like I'm able to share my wisdom. And I'm not perfect. I'll make that very clear. I'm not perfect. I still make, mistakes on a daily basis. I think we all do, but it
right,
allows me to share, my wisdom that I've learned over the years, and with my own sacrifice, my own pains, and some of my own benefits, like I've met some amazing humans, man, on my travels, and they've made me the way I am. And so I kind of hope that throughout my process, I can do the same for others, Um,
right, right. No, definitely. It's like you said, um, they won't. The conversation won't be forgotten. They'll always remember that, even if you
yeah.
never see them again. By sharing, we're building a network of people who are struggling, but know that they can make it through because there's also others out there like them.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's also like something that I felt as a kid. The young version, I just posted something not just, I think, last week about, the young version of me is like standing right here. I'm his hero, and
Right,
I got that, I listened to another gentleman who deals with mental health, and he kind of hit that head on. He was like, "Hey, be proud of you. Be proud of the you that's would protect the younger version of
yeah,
you." And that related to me so much. I got goosebumps right now. Like, it related to me, man, because I spent a lot of time as a kid just like wishing for a hero or a superhero to come in, and I'm starting to get emotional right now. Like, I wished for that. I like really, really did. And there wasn't anybody that came, like there was nobody that came and helped me. And I lost my connection with my God at that time. It was hard for me to be like, how can I pray for something? How can I scream for help any louder, man? Like, nobody's here to help
right,
me. And in the end, I ended up growing up to be that hero. I ended up growing up to be the person who would have protected me. And I choose to now protect others, and I don't have to do it with violence. I don't have to do it with physical
right.
force. I do it with knowledge,
There
and
you
I
go.
try to I try to teach young guys, I call them the little young apprentices, like I try to just teach them as much of my wisdom as I can at a young age. Because unfortunately for me and a lot of other, kids out there our parents aren't perfect, and
Right.
unfortunately for me, my parents weren't necessarily the best parents, and it kind of left me in a world where I had to be influenced by other people to get to this spot right now. Um,
Right.
but I think all of us should be proud of where we're at, regardless if we don't necessarily think we're where we should be. You should be
Right.
proud because there's something that I didn't really share in the part of like why I do what I do, but like I've had to talk myself off the ledge, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
didn't really have anybody there to talk me off the ledge, and I had to be my own ledge person, I had to be the person
Yeah.
sitting next to me even when at the time I was ready to give up. And I it kind of brought me to a point where I was like, no, I can't do that to me. I can't do that
Right.
to me. It wasn't, I can't do that to my family. I can't do that to my kid. I can't, you know what I mean? I never was the situation. It was like, I can't do that to me, and that really, and I know there's a lot of men out there. I know, in general, my age group of men in this United States is, we're a huge number in the suicidal rate,
Yeah. It's
it's
sad.
it's huge, man. And it is sad. It's extremely sad. It emotionally moves me when I hear somebody else has lost their battle with their brain. And I say their brain, man, because our brains are sometimes just so cruel to us, and they beat us up and they make us feel horrible. And I think it has a lot to do with that we don't have anybody telling us that we're doing good,
Right.
and
Right. Yeah.
and so yeah, for me it's like, we have a mutual friend who I know has battled with this same feeling. And I met him at a time when he was battling with something, and I was too.
Yeah.
But we were both there for each other, and we've been there ever since. And we've always checked on each other, and we've always talked to each other, and we always hype each other up. And that's another thing, like I absolutely got much love and respect for you. Is
I appreciate
you're in
that.
the same boat. You've been there,
Yeah.
you've done that, you've dealt with it. And I think that's something that's really hard for us to talk about sometimes, and it makes us feel weak. It makes us feel vulnerable, but that's human, man. That's
Yeah.
just who we are. That's how it works, So that's been a big one. And I will share that my sister lost her battle with depression.
So I hear that.
3 year, yeah, I appreciate that. 3 years ago, she took her own life, and it affected me in a way that I don't think she would ever realize. Um,
Yeah.
it didn't hurt me. I wasn't hurt by it. I was just sad, and I was sad because to say I was hurt would be that she did something wrong to me, right? But she didn't.
Right.
She lost a battle with herself, and and it saddens me that the things we went through as children, she wasn't able to find a path and a process to make it easier on her. Um, And unfortunately, alcohol was a big factor in that, and that's another big reason why I choose not to drink. Um, it messes with your brain, man. It makes you feel
Yeah.
a way that you wouldn't normally probably feel. So that's been a big one. I've lost a few friends to the same thing, and I've just come to a point where it's like I just want to make sure I'm there for somebody if they need to talk. I'm not a therapist. I
Yeah.
think we're both in the same boat where we're not trying to promote
Right.
ourselves as like therapists or trying to say we're doctors of any sort, because we're
Right.
far from that. But at the same time, like, it's kind of nice to be able to talk to a human, It's pretty nice
Yeah.
to be able to talk to somebody and not feel like you're alone. So
Yeah. And
I think I hit it pretty dead on the head right there, why I'm where I'm at in my life right now.
yeah,
And I'm
definitely.
I'm I'm focusing really hard on being able to talk to, you're my first podcast, my brother. Like, I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you. I've
appreciate
I've
that.
never been on a podcast, and I've thought about doing them myself. And again, I don't want to say I can't, but I've kind of always kind of put a wall there because I felt
Yeah.
like, what would I talk about? Like,
Yeah.
what would I say? And then, and the reality is that's why I have so much love and respect for you, man. Is like
I appreciate it. Thank you.
you're given an avenue for others to be able to listen, and for me to be able to share my story a little bit, you know? Like I've
Yeah.
never shared my story in this way. I've done it
Well,
in little clips, but I appreciate you.
thank you for coming on, man. It's a very powerful story. Um, like you said, like your younger self is standing next to you and it's like, we made it.
Yeah.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
we did.
We're,
I
we are light
survived,
years away
man.
from where we were, you know, we're light years from where we
Yeah.
began. And
Yeah.
like you said, like our brain it tricks you. It usually can't, and it's just downhill from there. Like you said, you look in the
Yeah.
mirror and your brain tells you what you're looking at isn't worth it, and you just feel
Yep.
beat up. You just feel like you're making it. Nobody should ever feel like, oh, I'm just making it through this week. No,
Yeah.
that's not. We shouldn't feel that way. And if we feel that way, we have to find a way to not feel that way anymore.
Yep.
Whatever avenue you have to take, whether it's like writing or a sport, hobby, so that you don't feel
Yep.
like you're just making it through the week. No, I don't want to just make it through the week. I want to live through the week. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to
Yeah.
live life. I don't want to just make it through life. I'm just
Amen.
making it. Like, no, man, I want to live. And I want to live to the best of my ability.
Well, and I feel like we like to make excuses for why we can't do things, you know, like, oh, I can't afford that, or I don't have enough time, and and it's the truth is we do. We do. Just because you don't have the money doesn't mean that you can't do something. It doesn't mean that you
Right.
can't get to a point where you can have that. And it doesn't mean that you can't find an alternative to maybe make it so you can get to that point. You know, it's like I've had ups and downs financially throughout my life where I, made $250,000 a year and I made $80,000 a year. And then there was time I made no money in a year, and
Right.
it's like every time I did that, I definitely was at a point where I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get back. I'm not gonna do this. And then there was times I was making so much money and I was still the most unhappy person and version of me, you know. So it was like it really just comes down to being like you just gotta be willing to just try, you just gotta
Yeah.
try. And I like you said, I mean, our brains tell us some crazy stuff. I mean, I still really battle with body dysmorphia, and especially because I got so big and I was so muscular, and I was at a point where like yeah, like like walking into building doorways
Right.
like that, like, and now I'm like I'm healthy, like
Yeah.
I've gone to the doctors, I've gone to a point, but I still look in the mirror, my brother, and I still don't feel like my biceps are big enough. I still feel
Yeah.
like and it sucks, man. And I know women deal with this, and
Yeah.
I'm saying this to the ladies that listen here, like some of us guys, I think most of us guys, we get it, man. Like having to judge yourself and compare yourself to like all the perfect people on social media,
Right.
like it sucks. I get it. I feel you. But why would we want to be like everyone else? That makes us a copycat, like
Yeah.
it's okay to be an individual, and
Right.
our bodies are all different and we're all made differently in one way or another. And it just comes down to being healthy. And I think that's like my big thing that I keep trying to push on my family and my friends. Not so much with my followers, but I'll say it here, like I spend a lot of time eating healthy. Um,
Yeah.
and my family don't live very long. We all have really bad hearts. And so, our family dies of heart attacks. I don't think there's a man in my family that's lived past 70,
Oh, wow.
so yeah, and so unfortunately for me, I've already done a lot of damage to my heart with abuse with steroids.
Yeah.
So I'm on a diet now that really helps me stay healthy. It makes it so I can live long and hopefully see my son grow up and have a family of his own. And if not, I know at least I tried, right? And at
Right.
least put in the most effort into it. I just know that there's certain things in life that we have choices, and that's a word right there I want you to hear and I want everyone to hear in this podcast is choices. A choice. Like it is the only thing that you have control of. It's your choices. And
Yeah.
if you choose to do this, if you choose to say that, you know what I mean? Those are your choices. You choose to do that. And I tell this to my son all the time. I go, but did you choose to do that? Yeah. I said, well, that's the consequence to your choice, and so
That's
right now
awesome.
in
That's
my
awesome.
life I'm just choosing to try to push that positiveness on people. And believe me,
Yeah.
I think we all, even on the best days, I wake up feeling some days just suck, man. They just suck.
Yeah. And I've said it before, like it can be bright and sunny outside, but to me it looks gloomy as hell. It
Yep.
looks dark. And I'm just like, I just want
Yeah.
to shut the bed. I just want to go back to sleep. I don't want to get up. I just want to lay here and just stare at the wall. It doesn't matter as long as I don't have to get out of bed because it looks gloomy out to me. I don't feel
Yeah.
hyped. I don't feel anything. I'm just kind of I just feel like I'm just here existing. And
I
it's
have
like, man, like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah, for
horrible.
real, man. I have this saying, and when my loved ones, people that are closest to me, I'm like, I'm just gonna go back under my rock. That's my
Yeah.
saying. I've said this since I was a child, because to me, I could hide under the rock, right? I could be
Right.
there, and I don't want to be under the rock. You know what I mean? Like, but there's days I wake up and I feel like I would just rather stay under the rock,
Yeah.
but I don't allow myself to anymore. And I think that's like the biggest thing. Like when we sit in bed and we sit there and we procrastinate and we just want to go like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. Even it could be the most beautiful day in the world, right? And it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with today. I force myself to. And I can tell you and again, I really want to make this clear. Not everybody's the same. I'm not the same. We all are different. Some of us are dealing with chemical imbalances that, really
Yeah.
take almost like on a professional level to like get under control and to understand.
Yeah.
Um, but I really force myself to push my way through. And I do want to say, like, I feel like if you can figure out how to control your brain and control the thoughts to a point where you can overcome the things that it's
Yeah.
telling you not to do, you end up having like you end up fixing that like little bit of an issue that you're dealing with, right? You're
Yeah.
like you're almost forcing yourself, like a medicinal way, you're forcing yourself to deal with it, and it ends up being so much better. I will tell you, on some of my really bad mornings where I'm just really not feeling it, I end up having the best days. I really
Yeah.
do. I end up having the best days, and it's because I forced myself to get out of that comfort zone,
Yeah.
and I think that's huge. I think it's huge.
Just get up and get outside.
Yeah,
Get up
yeah,
and get outside.
and
Go for like a nice 5-10 minute walk. Guarantee
yeah,
you're gonna
and
feel so much better.
the sun is a medicine in itself. I encourage anybody to sit in the sun for a good portion of your day if you can. Get out there, absorb the sun. Don't get sunburned or anything, but you know what I mean. Like get
Right.
out there and absorb the vitamin D because it is nature's energy booster. And I do feel like it helps out a lot. So
Yeah. It's yeah, you just finding that routine, if you know you're gonna wake up, 3 days out of the week feeling like that, those are days you gotta get outside. A lot of times I just let the dog out back.
yeah, you do.
No, I'm gonna go out with the dog today and
Yeah,
hang out with him while
yeah.
he does his
Go
business
walk
and then come
yourself,
back
not
in.
just the dog.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, but yeah,
Well, I would say hiking was the most free, most affordable thing I've done in the last 10 years of just being able to like get
yeah,
into like a healthy version of myself. Hiking, it doesn't cost you anything. Maybe just to
right,
get there,
free,
but like walking, hiking, it's free and you get to be part of your environment, you get to see your surroundings, but it really is. Again, I kind of put it back to riding the motorcycle is it gives you
yeah,
time to be in your own head and deal with your own things
yeah,
going on. And it's just so much, I don't know, it's peaceful. I know for me it's like
well,
so peaceful. Even when you don't want to do it, it has its benefits. So
even when you don't want to do it, the moment you hear the bike start up, that I don't want to do it goes away, and you're just like, no, I do want to do this. Let's go.
yeah.
You
I
know,
went through that in this last year. There was about a 4-month period where I didn't get on my bike, man, at all. And I was really being hard on myself. And, it's part of my recovery. I have good days and bad days. And I made one bad day turn into a 4-month bad day,
oh,
and yeah, it was horrible, man. I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't getting anything done. I wasn't doing a lot of things that I really needed to do.
yeah,
And eventually my lady was just like, "Hey, like you need to get on your bike. Like you need to." And I'm like, "Oh, it's broken. Oh, it's this." And she was like, "No, we're gonna fix it." You know what I mean? Like we're gonna get it fixed. You're
yeah,
gonna ride your bike. Like you need it. And eventually it took like me being pushed just by the people that are around me, which again, I think it's really important to have a good, healthy circle around you. But
Yeah.
it took them pushing me and getting me to realize, like, hey, you know what, man? Like, it's all good, dude. You got this. And so,
Yeah.
like I said, one bad day can turn into a lot of bad days. And
Yeah.
I
You just got to
needed
wake
to.
up and not let it though, and that's the hard part.
It is. It is. It is.
But it also goes back to like you said, like eating habits. You are what you eat, right? So if you're putting clean food into your body, you're gonna
100%.
get clean results.
Yes, and even though the person that I surrounded myself with in the beginning of my steroid use, he was a very big
Yeah.
nutritionist. He was very healthy in the sense of that, but he also pushed a drug that, if abused, ended up being just absolutely horrific to your mental health. He
Yeah.
was a big advocate about eating healthy, so it was kind of like contradicting itself, But
Yeah.
at the same time, I still kept on to that, and I meal prep twice a week. I
Nice.
eat. I follow my macros, my fats, and my proteins very, very close. And I can, again, I'm choosing to control how I feel by what I'm eating.
Right.
And I know it's easy just to drink a soda, and it's easy to go get some fast food. That's why it's called fast food, right?
Yeah.
But it's not healthy for you. I mean, I think they just came out with a study that showed that, like, most of the processed food that we eat, it's only like 20 to 30% real food,
Yeah.
and that's scary. That's really
That is.
scary. That has a lot to do with, there's something that I'll tell you that I got my son, I got him checked. He was having some issues with learning, and we ended up getting him a DNA blood work check, and we found that, like, certain foods messed with how his body produced and processed folic acid. And
Yep.
when that happened, we realized, like, folic acid has a lot to do with your dopamine. And so, like, where you're getting pleasure and, like, all the happiness, and by changing
Yeah.
that diet and eating differently, it changed a lot, even in myself. I personally
Yeah.
started eating a lot like that, and I realized, like, wow, I feel different. Like, I
Yeah.
feel really different. I feel happy. Again, the food is important. I really, really, really can't emphasize enough at how important it is to eat healthy. Um, and again, I'm not a nutritionist, but I do follow, and I do read a lot and research through people who are professionals, and
Yeah.
they know what they're doing, and it works. It genuinely works. So food's, I forget, I can't quote exactly who said this, but food is medicine.
Yeah.
It is 100% a medicine. And there's a reason why cultures for thousands of years ate specific diets and specific things, because it
Yeah.
fixed things. It fixed
Yeah.
elements that we weren't able to figure out in that sense. So yeah, I would say that was a big factor for me. So
Yeah. I mean, eating clean helps you wake up in the morning feeling better. Versus like if you
yeah,
go get fast food, you're gonna wake up feeling sluggish. You're not gonna want to get up.
yeah,
You make that
it
transition to
does.
clean food, you want to wake up and you wake up feeling fresh. You wake up wanting to wake up and get out of bed instead of
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just gonna lay here and just stare at the wall for a minute. You know?
Yeah, and you don't realize it. Sometimes we take better care of our own animals and our plants in our garden than we do our own bodies. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's kind of crazy, an oxymoron of how we would just literally, like, oh, but the dog needs to eat healthy. And we're like, well, what about
Right.
you? What about you? And again, it's society has made things really easy. It's made things um almost so easy that we kind of rely on the easy
Yeah.
stuff that comes to us, and we kind of just dumb ourselves down, dumbing ourselves down to just be able to, what we feel is like, get through the day and not have as much
Yeah.
of a headache. It it doesn't do you any good. It's just dumbing yourself down for the better cause of somebody else's dollar, I would have to say, because
Yeah.
I eat really good, and it's so affordable, even with the economy the way it is with inflation right now. Like, I think my most expensive part of my diet is is eggs. I eat a lot of eggs, but it definitely has brought uh a big eye opener for me. I'm like, holy, I literally don't even spend anywhere near as much money anymore, and I'm eating so much food and it's good, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like my metabolism
Yeah.
is just out of control, but it's because I'm eating good. I'm eating clean.
Yeah.
And that has been a big one for me. And I've kind of held on to that most of my I've even when I stopped doing the steroids, I've been able to maintain a pretty healthy body. And everyone in my family is overweight. Every one of them deals and battles with weight issues. And I would have to say that my eating and non-drinking lifestyle has just made it so much easier to maintain a healthy body fat.
Yeah.
And again, even though sometimes I don't feel so good about what I see in the mirror, I look good. You know what I mean? Like I know I
Yeah.
look good. I feel good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I kind of have to talk myself up and be like, "Oh, you got this, man. Like you're
Hey,
doing
your own biggest
amazing,
hype
you
man,
know?"
you know?
Yeah, I'll take a picture. I'll look at my picture and then I'll be like, all right, well, I'll look at my dad and not to, no, no, not trying to talk down on my dad, but like I look at my dad and him and I are a lot alike. We look a lot alike.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm 40 years old. I'm doing really good right now. So it's again, it's just you
Yeah.
have to look at the perspective of what you're looking at, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I
Like you were
meant
saying
to,
earlier,
yeah,
biceps,
well,
you look and you're like, man, they could be bigger, they look small. And then, I'll sit there and like beat myself down, and my will be like, no, dude, like opposite of what I see is opposite of what you're actually looking at right now. I don't know why you see. I'm like, that's how my brain's working, you know. Uh, Valhalla Heathen Crew said they're
yeah,
gonna send
and
you out some
I
stickers as well. So you're also gonna get
yeah,
some
I
stickers
seen
from
that, man.
Valhalla Heathen Crew.
I love that. I'm gonna do the same. Some stickers for my beard company, and I would definitely love to. I'm gonna send that back to him also, uh, and I definitely appreciate that.
Heck yeah.
You guys are doing something awesome here, and I
Uh-huh.
greatly appreciate it. And I want to say is if there's anything down the road and anything you guys need help with, or just anything, I just please reach out. I'm here. I know you guys are in Arizona, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm over here on the West Coast, so if there's anything I can do, anything for any of the listeners, anybody wants to come out and ride, it needs help on working on a bike, got a question, like please feel free to reach out to me. My DM is always open to everybody. I don't.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
There's no discrimination in any way, man. I love everything and everyone. So
Yeah.
I'm here to help in any way I can.
I noticed you got a head tatted.
Yeah, yeah. My all my tattoos have a lot of meaning to me. Um, I on the top of my head is a lion, and
Okay.
the lion is, I think if you really study the lion and it's the king of the jungle, it's just the power that comes with being a lion. But then you can also look at just the life of a lion, and they're a family, they're about their family, they're about their pride, they're about everything good within their circle. They protect, that's huge for me.
Yeah.
And so the lion's that's like my warrior right there, that
Yeah. Heck
protects
yeah.
me. And then on the side of my head, I have a chess game. And
Oh,
I don't know if you're familiar with chess, but
yeah.
I have the rook and the queen in a checkmate, meaning like
Nice.
if you lose your queen in a chess game, you're pretty much done,
Right.
and so I really represent because it's a king can't be a king without his queen. So I do emphasize, how important it is to have a partner
Yeah.
that not only boosts you up, but also keeps you on the straight and narrow as much as possible, but then gives you the
Yeah.
comfort of being able to express yourself and feel loved, So the chess game is, that's a big one. Life is chess, let's be
Yeah.
honest, it's a chess game. And the back of my head is actually a face of my god, who is Odin. I am an Odinist in all positive vibes of Nordic mythology.
Right on.
So I always have Odin watching my back. He's
Yeah.
always back there. He's always watching. Making sure that I'm good and I'm safe. And I will say, man, since I've tattooed my head. And again, this goes back to this whole self-esteem, self-conscious, being, just having like an
Yeah.
issue. I started going bald in my late 30s, like, well, about my mid 30s, right? Um, and I always hated it, so I shaved my head. And I got so many friends that got awesome hair, and I'm just like, dude, you guys suck,
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna tattoo my head, and I'm gonna tattoo it all in, like, I did this thing like in 3 weeks, man. I was just like, I'm doing
Damn.
it. So I tattooed my entire head with things that meant so much to me and I held close to my heart. And I've never once thought about my hair ever since. It's been like the best motivational, like, ego boost in a positive way, where I'm just like, you know
Yeah.
what? You don't need hair. You got
Yeah.
everything you care, and you matters to you right there on your head. So um and yeah, and then, I won't lie, the face tattoo here has been something that I've kept really close to me, and a lot of people really underestimate what that is. You can only imagine. Oh, that's a teardrop, oh, it's this, oh, it's that.
Right.
It's actually a Nordic magic spell, and it's me sleeping is what it means. And when I put this on my face, I did this because I was battling with a lot of demons. And this right here is a spell to keep all of the bad juju asleep, to keep it away from me, to do everything. It keeps me safe, and all of those demons and all of these enemies it keeps them sleeping. It's a magic spell. It's called a seventh thorn. It's one of the
Okay.
oldest Nordic ruin that they've ever found. There's so many different ways that it's been, talked about, and how people have like interpreted it. It's just a safety beacon. It just keeps me on
Nice.
in a straight path, but
Yeah.
it protects me, so um yeah, the tattoos have been it's been a life changer, I will tell you. It makes people kind of change their way they treat me and how they judge
I
me.
can
But
imagine.
but at the same time, like, I love being able to talk to the nice little lady in the in and out line who's like, "Oh my God, what's on your head?" And I get to explain it to her, and she's just like, again, passing on the wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Like, passing on that one time memory, life, changing talk. And this lady has a whole different look at people with tattoos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, I live for it now. I literally do. I love it. Um, it's part of my day that I can definitely tell you I embrace the most, is when I can just talk to people that maybe have a misguided judgment, or they've grown up judging a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I definitely am. The story in the book cover inside is not the same as what you see on the book cover. So
Yeah. I think a lot of people are like that though. A lot of people are judgmental. You know,
yeah,
like you said, you tattooed, bald, ride a
yep,
Harley.
yeah,
You know, what do they really? What do they think? You already know before they've even said anything. But it's
yeah.
like, man, if you take the time to talk to somebody, you'll learn that they're probably not what you're thinking, and you may learn something from them.
Yeah, yeah, I would say a majority of the men that I hang around with, and I definitely have met, and I would say are on the same page as me. They look pretty gnarly. You know what I mean? They look pretty gnarly, but I can promise you this: they are there to protect you when you need it. They're there to help you if you need a door open for you. They'll give up their seat for you. You know what I mean? Like, the majority of us that look like I do, I would say, and definitely live the kind of lifestyle I do, um,
Yeah,
we just live by a moral code.
yeah,
I personally, and I will tell you, I live by a moral code. There's three parts of my moral code, and I think a lot of people have lost their morals. You know what I mean? I think a lot of
yeah,
people have lost this path, or were never even taught any of them. But for me, it's protecting children, women, and animals. Those are the three things that, as a man and as somebody who I consider, I'm a warrior in my own world, we're here to protect those three. And regardless if you know them, regardless if they're part of your family, it's
yeah,
our job to protect them.
yeah.
Children's voices aren't heard. Even when they're talking,
No,
they're
no,
not heard. It's almost as, oh, you're young, you're ignorant, you don't understand. But a lot of times they're screaming for help. And again, I'm not
yeah,
trying to get emotional, but I was that kid screaming for help at one time. I
right,
was there screaming, and there wasn't somebody there, and now I feel like I could possibly be that for somebody. But
Yeah.
and with women, you know, like we need to protect our ladies. We need to protect other ladies in general. We need
Yeah.
to protect th- we need to protect their right, you know, and I mean that not a
Yeah.
political way, but it's like they are they are part of our life. They are part of what makes life, and it's so important for
Yeah.
us to, you know, protect them from people and monsters that aren't necessarily
Definitely.
in that same mindset, you know.
Yeah.
And with animals, man, you know, I don't know if you're a dog owner. I think actually you are a dog owner. I've
Yeah.
seen the picture, your picture. We don't deserve them, man. We don't deserve
Not at
animals
all.
like that. Not at all, you
Not at
know.
all.
And it's like they don't have a voice. They don't have a thumb. You know what I mean? Like they don't have things that we have to that are so important to us in our day-to-day life that it's like it's our job to protect them, you know.
Yep.
And so I'm really big advocate for paws. I'm a big
Yep.
advocate for a couple other, you know, sanctuaries and animal rescues here locally in my area.
Heck yeah, that's
It's our
awesome.
job, man. It's they wouldn't be in the position they're in if it wasn't because of humans. So it's our
Yeah.
job to give them the best possible path to be, you know, to be good animals, good pets, good
Yeah.
everything, you know. And sometimes it's just even giving $1, you know, like next time you go buy
Yeah.
some food at Petco or whatever, and they ask to donate $1. Like I get that, you know, the big corporate world thing, but it all
Right.
helps, man. And if
Yeah.
that's too much, take your extra blankets and your extra towels and go down to the Humane Society and give them to them. They need beds,
Yeah.
they need towels, they need extra food. And I encourage everybody, if you can help by just calling your local animal shelter and asking what they need and go get it for them. If you can afford
Yeah.
it and you can do it, please help them because like those people I they deserve it, man. Those animals
Yeah.
deserve all the help they can get. So, like I said, those are three things I live by. Everyone that knows me will tell you that I live by that. That is so huge for me. And, you know, I know some people help homeless and some people help, certain things that and I totally respect that. But those three things right there I just named off are so overlooked and not
Yeah.
necessarily given the love and the respect that they need. And I think,
Exactly.
we need to listen to our children more. We need to listen to the future. They
Yeah.
they're dealing with things that, I don't know 100% how old you are, but at 40 years old, I can tell you my 9-year-old son is not dealing with the same things I had as a kid. I was not I never had to deal with the life that he has now got in front of him. And, we live in a social media world where
Yeah.
there's a lot of bad men out there, and there's women that just really they get really put in bad positions, and they are really, they don't have a protection. They don't have that there. So it's like it's important to think about all of those things. And again, I can't say enough for the animals. It's not just dogs, man. Dogs,
Yeah.
cats, birds, everything that needs
Yeah.
help, they need it. So yeah, I live by that, and I hope everybody here that listens to our podcast today can relate to that and maybe put out a helping hand. So
Definitely. Yeah. No, I definitely. Yeah. He said, don't want to give $1, then local humane society. They always need
yeah,
supplies, and they go a
yep,
long way. You see a lot of those videos where someone dumped their dog at the humane society, and the dog's just shaking because he's so scared.
that
Like
and
I got dumped.
that
I've been
stuff
waiting
makes
for
me
them to come
cry,
back, and they'll
dude.
never come back.
I literally cry when I see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I literally get so teary eyed seeing that. And again, I think it's really crazy for guys like myself, like where we're out there helping, animals get
Yeah.
adopted and doing all this stuff. There isn't anything better than that,
No,
and it doesn't, you don't have to be like me and look like me, but like just getting out there and just giving that love, man, to
yeah.
things and people that need it. I can tell you right now, you'll sleep a lot better at night knowing that you helped out, even if you sin during the day and you do things that maybe aren't necessarily morally the best. Like if you need your good karma, there's a good way to do it,
Yeah. Definitely. Be the voice for them that they don't have.
and
Same
that's a
goes for
big one.
women.
Yeah, it's a big one. Not having a voice, I couldn't imagine not having a voice. I just couldn't. So
All they want is some love in return. That's it. Like they don't care if you're rich, poor. They don't care
nope,
about that. They just want you to love on
nope.
them. You know.
Yeah, I can't. I definitely can't say anything different on that one. That's dead on the head. But well, my brother, I don't want to cut you short. I do have to get on going. But is you have any other
No
questions or
worries.
anything you want to touch base on?
No, no, no. I'll let you go. You're more than welcome to come on the channel anytime, man. You let me know,
All right.
and
Okay.
we can
I
even
appreciate that.
yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your story. It's a powerful story, man. Don't shy away from sharing it. Somebody out there needs to hear it.
I appreciate you. And yeah, let's try to get something together here soon, and maybe we can, come on and, not necessarily just share the story, but, talk to somebody else and maybe do,
Yeah,
like a little three-way or quad way and just, kind of have a
yeah,
little man talk between everybody and, be able
yeah,
to just, like you said, just back and forth and kind of
yeah,
open up other dialogues. I would love to do that. And even if
yeah,
we do it like a once a month thing, man, like get
yeah.
together
I'm
and do
down.
it. And I'd love to come and sit in there with you, man, one of these days, and
Yeah,
we could literally see each other in person, and yeah, we could
heck yeah,
help some other people if we can. So
for sure, man, for sure. But yeah, man, you have
well,
a beautiful weekend, man.
I
A
really
beautiful rest of
appreciate
the
you.
Saturday, man. I appreciate you.
You too.
All right, brother.
I
Take it
I
easy.
I same to you, my brother. Love you, brother.
Love you too. So that was really, really good, man. Wow, wow, what a powerful story. Um, what an amazing human being. Going from childhood trauma to accomplishing things that people his age weren't accomplishing, to losing all of it, to making a comeback. Right? Wow, just amazing. Um, then shout out Bearded Beanie for hooking that up, man. That's really cool. Like I said, definitely he will be someone that will come back and chat with us again. But like you said, man, it just helping those who don't have a voice. Um, it's important. If you have a voice, use it for positivity. Use it to help others. Because that person that doesn't have a voice or isn't using their voice because they're too scared to use it needs your help. That things happen all the time. To like you said, women, kids, pets, or animals, right? At that point, I wouldn't even necessarily call them someone's pet because that person doesn't even take care of them. So, yeah. Yes, Mark, exactly. The world needs more love. Definitely. So, definitely, Beanie. Definitely a really good conversation. Let's roll that last giveaway before we get out of here because I definitely got to head out myself. Got to bathe the dog, get him ready so that we can suit him up so he can go to Top Golf with us and hang out and yeah, just you know get things going for the weekend. But yeah, let's do that last giveaway. Go ahead and hashtag crew in the chat and we'll run it again. One last one. That way we can get everybody out of here and everybody can finish up their day and, you know, get to it, do it, deputy. But yeah, man, that's really cool. And like he was saying, like, if you saw him at a gas station, what would your first thoughts be, right? Um, and he's furthest from whatever anybody thinks when they, initially see him. And just reminder, if you see someone out there, regardless of what they look like, you may be able to learn something from them, or you may be able to save them from something that they're going through, or help guide them through it, whatever. So don't ever be scared to approach somebody. And like I always say, a simple hi, how are you? A simple smile, holding the door open for somebody, even that can turn their day around. If they're having, a really bad, crappy day, some, just small act kinds like that can change their outlook on that day, or maybe even, their life in some way, shape, or form. Like they may realize, like, hey, dude, not everybody's bad. There's still some good left out in the world. And then they'll pass that on to somebody else. And before you know it, it's chain reaction, and we're getting more love and positivity in the world. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I feel that. I feel that. Um, I used to be more that way too, but just doing like social media and live streams and stuff, I've come around to where I'm not as introverted anymore. I'll definitely strike up a conversation if I see the opportunity, but also depends on the day. Some days I'm just not feeling it, and I'm just kind of like, all right, let me just get in and out of the store, do what I got to do, and let's go. But yeah, it's tough sometimes. Just like you said, getting out of your comfort zone. But when you're getting out of that comfort zone, you're opening the door to potentially learning something new, or giving something some knowledge that they may have not had. Maybe that you went through something and you're giving them the knowledge of how you got through it. Helping them out. I said we're building a network of people who are struggling but know they're not alone, and that allows them to continue to go. Yeah, I've sat in the park like waiting, like I don't want to go inside yet. I just feel like crying, and it's just so overwhelming that I was like, hey, do you just want to go home? I said, no, we're gonna get this done. We're gonna do it, but just give me a few seconds here to just kind of process what's going on right now, because I don't want to sit here in the parking lot crying for what feels like no real reason at all, right? But it's just that anxiety is just so intense and just shows you such a panic that you're just like, okay, now I just feel like crying. And so you guys gotta take a second to breathe and get past it, and then go in there and just do your thing and have a good time. What's up, buddy? We're not going out there just yet. One more giveaway, dude. Morphin time, bud. Which one are you choosing? You choosing what you're gonna wear today? Are you trying to choose what you're gonna wear today? What are you gonna wear today? What you gonna wear? Huh? You wanna go with some manly cologne? What tobacco scent? Which one you picking? Which one you gonna pick? Pick one. Pick one. Yeah, pick one. What are you gonna get? Want to go with some old money from our buddies over at Dead Smooth? Yeah, nice tobacco scent. Yeah. What about some Oceanside from Defiant, buddy? You got to go around. No, you got to go around, dude. Go around this way. Go around this side. Come on, or over that way. You can't go through those. You got to come around this way, bud. You're such a butt. All right, so let's run this last giveaway. Screen share. Just click. Don't show me this again because that's annoying. But yeah, yeah. I don't know how to do it to where it resets it to where like the past winners don't. So if it's a past winner, I will re-roll. All right, let's go. Mark Johnson, there you go, our winner. So Valhalla Heathen Crew will send you a couple stickers. They are the sponsor for the stream. Make sure you guys go give them a follow. Stay tuned. They're going to be doing some shirts, so stay tuned for that because I know they're going to be fire. But shout out Valhalla Heathen Crew. Appreciate the sponsor. You guys are awesome. And yeah, they're linked down in the description. So be sure to go follow them on Instagram, and be sure to go follow Life of Viking God. He's also linked down in the description. So make sure to go give him a follow, show him your support. He posts amazing content, really good reels, awesome, positive, motivational stuff. So definitely make sure to go give him a follow and, spread some positivity. So let's go. What's going on, Corey? Good squad. What's up, man? But yeah, Mark, make sure to DM me your details so I can get that out to you. Remember, guys, if you don't send me a DM, I won't send it. We won't get it sent out. So you got to make sure you send me that. You just go home from work. Nice. What's up? Making samples at the shop. Right on, buddy. Well, go in a second, dude. You're gonna get a shower. So you got to choose something. What are you gonna choose, bud? What oil are you gonna choose? What do you want to smell like today? What are you gonna smell like today? Too many choices? I feel you. Yeah. Awesome guest, man. I can't thank him enough for coming on and sharing his story. That's super powerful. So we'll definitely have to link up and do another another stream and hang out. But and like always, guys, make sure to spread some positivity, some love. Make sure that you guys are out there spreading awareness, love, kindness, and compassion. Someone out there is going through something that you have no idea about. They're not telling you. You may have gone through something similar. Your story could help change that outcome in their life. Sometimes, like our guest said, sometimes we just need to hear those 3 simple words, I love you. That can go a long way. Sometimes people don't hear it enough. Sometimes people don't hear it at all. So make sure you tell somebody you love them. That could be a stranger. Maybe that can change their day and turn into a positive one. So thank you guys, each and every one of you, for jumping in here, hanging out with me for as long as you have. I appreciate it. We'll be back next Saturday, 10:30 Mountain Standard Time. That's 12:30 Eastern Time. If you're on Pacific Time, it's still 10:30. We found out today the time zone's the same. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys. I love you. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys later.